We got a couch. Cool thing, it pulls out. I know.
He's out there fucking for What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
He's taking a fucking shot of milk.
Now you can start. All right, let's try this again. We got Brodie,
I
Bell.
want a shot of milk. No thanks.
You not trying to have one of these?
I hate milk.
Do you really? You can't drink it at all?
That's so weird.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Dude, I am
So is Evan. He just doesn't
I
care.
am so lactose intolerant. You try eating cookies without milk, you deal with the consequences.
Even my kid is lactose intolerant.
You
We
think
have to
it's
buy
worth it?
Lactaid.
Yo, listen. You give it 20 minutes.
Oh no,
We got
his roommate that
we
big.
got hungover Evan.
Oh. No, we're good.
Podcast episode 5.5.
Yeah,
Dude.
switching up the seating chart.
Do we address? We have to address it. The reason that the original one isn't on is because
Let's get the elephant in the
yeah,
room.
the
elephant's in the room.
Yeah, we got to address it. Yeah, no.
I've never been so drunk in my
we-
entire life.
The next day, Evan,
Until 2 hours later, then
yeah. The next day, Evan just looked at me, eyes wide. He goes, "We let the fucking dogs."
Yeah,
I was
we
like,
did.
Yes, we did.
we let the dogs
Poor,
out.
poor bartender was looking to close up.
Oh,
There's
and
hell,
kick his
God bless
back
her.
fucking door.
There's a video on Jake's phone of my nipples.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
100%.
No,
I think there's one on.
I think even
There was
in the-
another camera rolling that night too.
I think even during the podcast, your nipples were exposed.
Dude, yeah.
You took
I
your
don't
shirt off
remember
during the
that
podcast.
at all.
No,
I don't
dude,
remember
we
my
were-
shirt
we
coming
were-
off
I know
the
you don't.
podcast.
We were scrubbing through it. The next day, just fucking laughing.
I made a
hysterically.
very unreasonable claim.
You scrubbed through the fucking podcast hungover?
Yeah,
'Cause I-
and we were just.
It took me
laughing.
2 fucking days to recuperate.
Dude, it
like
took-
a reasonable
It
health.
took 3 days to post, and then 2 hours to realize that we had to take it down because we were like, "Fuck,
Dude,
this is not okay."
thank goodness
Nah,
Lev was
okay.
watching it.
Apologies to anyone who made it all the way through, but we're
Nah,
gonna
yeah.
try this again. We're gonna give Brodie the pod he deserves.
Yeah.
So, Brodie, welcome officially for the first and a
How you
half
doing?
time.
Yeah. Oh my.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's get right into it.
What was the outrageous claim you made?
That if this video got 1,000 likes, I'd get a tattoo live on the podcast.
Actually, you know,
And I actually said something to Lav earlier that if I would tattoo somebody live on the air with
we're,
this fucking
we're not ever
podcast.
live though.
Yeah, but I'm saying-
I mean,
No,
we could
it's,
fire it
It's
up.
live enough.
All right, recorded on the air.
I don't know if
I
you know
would
what on
tattoo
the
somebody.
air
This is
means.
insane to me. Insane.
I know what you're saying.
The
Anyway,
air,
yes.
we're gonna do it in the fucking.
We should get one of those on air like red.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
that would be sick. Just like
Even if it
fucking
doesn't like
click-
trigger anything, just
Yeah,
just look
yeah.
cool.
just
Yeah.
so the dogs can see it and be like, oh fuck.
Oh, okay, I can't go in. Yeah.
But would you be able to set up your stuff here?
Yeah, I'll fucking bring my.
I'll let you
bring
do
all
the.
my shit.
I'll let you do the other side of my neck. I'll do it. I
No,
don't care.
Evan needs a tattoo.
No, I don't.
You're fucking. You're
Blank.
29.
He's a baby.
I'm not doing it.
I need
How
another
old are
one.
you?
29. Yeah,
That was-
my
that
body's
was
a
a good
temple.
Nobody
guess.
knows. It's like your last name. No, we just guess. It's different every day. Like
Yeah.
I have no
You're
idea. how
29
old
years
he is.
old. Grow up. Get a tattoo.
No.
Brody, when did you get your first one? You were like 15?
I was 15. Yeah.
15, yeah.
It was
I remember
like
you were like the
3
first one in school
days-
to get one, yeah.
It was 3 days before my
Yo,
16th birthday.
Rip a shot of this milk. I'll get one.
I will rip a shot of that milk if you're gonna get a tattoo.
No, I'm just kidding with you.
Dude, get a fucking tattoo. Your body's not a temple. You fucking pour liquor down it.
You're the only human I've ever known that just has a gallon of milk on deck.
It's
Just to sip.
oh,
Whenever.
it's so good.
He said he's lactose intolerant.
He
He's
is, and he just doesn't
really
care.
drinking 2% milk right now.
You're going to notice in a couple minutes, Brody, if
He's
you
gonna have to shit
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
I got that nice Alfredo in me too.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's when you took your shirt off last time, as I think we said that you were like, what was the first? It was the Stay Gold tattoo on your back.
I don't
that you
remember
got.
taking my shirt
and
off
you
the first
stood
time.
up and you
Oh,
literally
you did a
took your
twirl.
shirt. Yeah, you fucking.
Oh, I put it in the camera too. Didn't
Oh, you
I?
did?
I bet
Yeah,
I did.
dude, you walked the red carpet, man. It was
Oh,
good.
geez.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah, I
But,
was 15. At the time, I was a straight edge hardcore fan, and that's like the fucking scene that I thought I fit into at the time. So I fucking got 3 X's tattooed on my back. They're still there. Don't be mad at me, straight edge fans.
Triple X.
You
dude.
put an X through each one. You fucked off.
You could just be like, dude, I'm a
I
huge
should
Vin
put a
Diesel
red
fan.
line through all
Yeah,
three because
right.
I'm drinking right now.
So Stay Gold was the first one you got, right? Or no?
Yeah, it says Stay Gold, but I was really influenced by the fucking Ponyboy shit, the Outsiders.
Wow.
That was like the whole reason for it because it was
Stay
like,
Gold, Ponyboy.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, that was the whole
Like a
point of
book.
it.
That was good. Yeah.
But my
Dude.
first like real album that I really put out was Nothing Gold Could Stay.
Right. Yep.
So that was kind of like
I was on that album.
Yep.
he was.
Yeah.
You were just bitching at the last podcast that he's like, Brodie never releases anything online.
Well, he's good at rapping
Yeah.
now.
Oh my bad.
He is good, dude.
Yeah.
We listened to some of his stuff with like, I'm talking 12 years ago. That's still floating around SoundCloud.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like, yo, this is
Gross.
pretty good.
I used to
No,
kick,
that was
I used to
gross.
kick a couple ones out of the closet every now and then.
I'm telling you that if you would have fucking not did your rock star shit, you probably would have made a little bit of a career with it.
You think so?
Absolutely
I think
not.
so.
Rock
No,
and roll.
Absolutely not.
Rock and roll is so much better.
Rock and roll held Evan back from a hip hop career. You heard it here first.
Now that's a ridiculous
Bro,
claim.
I tried to start like fucking 12 bands in my lifetime, and
Yeah.
I don't have friends like fucking Jake Harris and Alex Harris.
Except for you have
Clearly not.
Jake
Yeah,
Harris and
fuck you,
Alex
Brodie.
Well, now
Well, maybe
I
if
do,
you
but-
answered their phone calls every once in a
What
while.
was I gonna do? Be Kyle without a singing voice?
Better bassist.
Okay.
All right.
No.
No.
I've been saying I'll play bass for the last decade.
You guys are both like, no. Better bassist? No.
You think that I wouldn't be a better bassist than Kyle?
Not after what I
think-
just heard you doing in the kitchen.
I called you to be in. I called you to be in.
Tragically.
Sophomore skip day.
Dude,
so I don't want to
Yeah,
hear
but he
that.
just fucking tried to violate me because he's hungover and mad about the world.
Jake was sitting right there.
I feel like milk has to be the worst
Oh,
thing
no,
ever when you're.
I was
hungover.
trying to sing along and I couldn't.
Well, it didn't sound
But,
good. right?
yeah.
First thing I go for
No,
after a
it's-
nice hard night.
I don't get out much, so
Nail it.
fucking one shot of menthol and fucking 3 beers, I'm on
Dude,
planet 9.
Dude, not only that, I feel like I have such a bad habit of knowing all these songs and never learning how to actually play them. I'll be like, it's got to be like 9/5 open 7 or fucking, you know what I mean? And then I'll
You can
just
make
get-
it work with
you
those
can make
chords,
it.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
any 4-chord song you can make work with the 1 4 6 5 progression or whatever. But it's yeah, I feel like
I played 3 songs. I can fucking play them all, but I can't.
Yeah,
not
no, I
right
know.
Now.
Did you say you're on planet 9? Is that a new phrase?
I just made
Cloud.
that up.
Is it-
This is gonna be worse than the first podcast. I'm already fucking calling it right now.
But no, dude,
I'm
I
on
mean,
No,
Bum
there's
Duty
no
today.
way it gets worse than the first one.
No, I think the first one was good, but we have like fucking real bad segments throughout the entire
They were
thing.
funny, but
They were
just
like
a
quarter
really-
segments. We couldn't
First
get
and
through 'em.
foremost,
Like, even for the
3
internet,
hours
it was
is way
shocking.
too much for anybody to pay attention.
Yeah, even like yeah, of
For
all
the internet.
That was still a
shocking
head
shit.
turner.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, something's up. I better listen to this all the way.
Well,
through.
my favorite part was when because we had to redo the ending like 3 times because we messed it up so many times. But
My favorite part was the pop punk show at the bar afterwards, because the rest of it was a goddamn nightmare, and that was the only light at
I
the end of that tunnel.
apologize to the bartender at that time.
yeah, we're sorry, Hillary.
Yeah,
Oh,
Hill's
I'm-
an angel.
I was just gonna say I'd like to not name drop. So
I
we
wasn't
can go
gonna
into-
name
No,
drop
no, it's
today.
all right.
She's
We
an
don't-
angel.
That was like a big fucking.
Listen, we didn't last name drop. We didn't bar. No, it's Hillary.
There's a million
Facts, right.
Hillarys. Yeah,
Exactly,
we're good.
so-
Well, Hillary, I apologize, but
Listen,
those fucking
At one point, we looked like a boy band,
Well,
like a
you're-
boy group.
those
Oh,
videos
like it's
on
like,
Hillary's
you
iPad
add
are
Bust a
not
Move
so
okay.
bad.
like he started it, bust a move. I come dancing across. Like it was like
Well,
all is perfect.
Let's talk about how it started.
Just
so
like we drew it up.
We finished up the podcast and we're all sitting at the dining room table. And we're all like ready to pack it in, go to sleep. And Brody's like, I'm going to the bar. And we're like,
by yourself. Yep.
Yep.
Hold on, time out.
He goes, I don't get out often.
Don't not make this my fucking fault.
it's
that we got-
100% your
That's
fault.
bullshit.
Yo,
200%.
Hold
That's
on,
bullshit.
no, Brody. I'll back you on this because even though it was your initial idea, I was
You
like,
didn't even
hold on.
ask us to go.
I
was
didn't
like-
pull anybody's leg.
just said you were going.
I didn't pull anybody's leg.
I'm going to the bar if you want to come with.
You didn't
No,
even
but-
ask.
Oh
You just
my
came in.
God.
He's like, all right, I'm going to hit the 69.
Dude, I literally.
No, my wife's gonna castrate me after that.
I was.
because I was
You
like,
said
yeah,
it was
they wanted
our
to go to the
idea.
bar.
Yo,
So
Brody.
naturally, the gang, naturally, Scoob and the gang
Yeah,
packed into
no.
the fucking truck.
Dude, Brody, I
Come
blamed it
on.
on you. It's cool.
That's bullshit.
I didn't blame it on you. I was like, we haven't hung out in a while. Like, we were gonna
Well,
get
he wanted to
rowdy.
go to
There was
fucking
no way
Big
of-
Dog Cat's Buffalo fucking bar, and I was like, yeah, let's fucking
Closed.
do it.
Place
And then,
closed.
and then we
Everywhere
were
was
like,
closed.
all right, I'm going to 69
Probably for the
then.
best.
Dude, could you imagine if we walked up like in Time Warp doing that shit? Just pow, pow, pow. Fucking water time. Everyone's screaming. Bro, we're slapping Brody's fucking belly and shit. Could you fucking imagine the look on their
On the
faces?
Primmer's face.
On Al Hoffman's
For-
face.
Bob Bush would just come out and fucking
For reference, by the way,
just
we were the only people in that bar.
Yeah, so it was
luckily.
No, I got
I
there
don't think it
before
would've
you
went
guys,
down
and
like
I
that if we
ran in and
weren't,
said,
though.
Hillary, do not close the bar. My boys are coming.
Wasn't she like locking up right when we were
No,
walking in?
she was fucking out of there.
The front door was locked.
She was so
The
excited to dip.
Yo, the front door was
Oh my
locked. She was
God.
halfway to the back door, and we just fucking.
There's no way. I would like. We only probably had a couple. We were way too busy singing and dancing to be drinking some drinks. So she sat there all for the rest of that whole
an
entire
extra-
night for a $14 tab.
I tipped her like 10
I
bucks.
remember.
or
I tipped her
something.
20. Yeah.
I tipped her like
yeah, we
10.
did.
Okay, cool.
She probably
cool.
made more in tens in tips than the fucking bar did the whole night. Probably.
I mean, I didn't even know what I guarantee that was one of those days I was like -$40 in my account or something. Was just coasting off y'all.
Dude, the next day, Brodie, Evan comes over. He's like, "Yo, like I was getting frisky last night. I had a couple missed calls from the bartender. At, like
It took me like
and I was like, what?
took me-
And then, no, wait, no. Evan, it gets
you
better.
talking
Evan,
about?
It gets better.
Yeah,
Hold on. And then fucking 24 hours later, he's like, yo, like, what's up? She's like, yeah, your friend left his coat and iPhone here. Like, what? Do you want to come get it? And Evan was like, oh,
nah.
shit.
You guys are fucking. All right.
Drink your fucking milk.
Drink the milk.
Drink your
That's how you want to play it, huh? Okay.
Uh-huh.
If you
I'll
would,
play it like Lionel Richie, baby, all night
Jake
long.
likes bringing up old shit.
But anyway,
I thought it was one of the highlights.
What are you
for
gonna
sure.
bring up about him? The
I'm
fact
just
that
gonna
he hard
crush your
flipped the
mom
six
jokes
set
all night.
15 times.
I usually lock them up. I'm not locking them up.
lock it up.
Lock it up.
No, but anyway, so let's try to avoid
just kidding,
that whole
baby.
fiasco. We're going to be a little bit more professional this
As long as
round.
it's
we're
not
gonna
a
try.
fucking 3-hour podcast. 'cause
We're
I don't
cutting
think I
that
have
out, so
3
it's about to get a
hours.
little shorter.
We're not cutting that out. That
We
was
didn't
fine.
name drop. We're good.
Yes, we did.
Who? Your name?
I said it.
But you, to
Whatever,
be fair,
dude.
you didn't
We're
even
fine.
say it like that. You were just like joking around.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what I mean?
it was
it's
yeah.
not like Evan.
Let's play devil's advocate. If I went to the bar and then had missed calls from the bartender, I'd be like, "Oh, really?"
I was like, "What went?"
Yeah.
I was like, "What went
and then,
down?"
And then she'd fucking call me the next day. They'd be like, "You didn't pay your tax."
That's exactly. That's pretty much. I was like, it was one of two things, that or the latter. And
it
then
was
she's
the
like,
latter.
she's like,
Bartender was
dude,
calling
she's like,
me,
pick
I'd be
up
like,
your
"I'm not
fucking
answering
phone."
that. I
She's like,
guarantee I
both
didn't
your
pay
friends
tax.
left their shit here.
Oh my god, that was a nightmare.
God damn it.
was. All right, let's put that in the fucking
Yeah, I want to keep.
dog
I want to
house
keep.
and-
I
yeah,
want to keep
just-
reliving that one.
Yeah, let's put that one away.
Well, I think
like
it was important that we established why we had to redo this podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
glad
liked
we
the
got that out
podcast
the way.
until about
It was super
3
fun.
hours in, and then we were like, "Fuck this,
Dude, at one point I was like, we don't need to upload all 3 hours. I was like, if we can take an hour and then the outro will be good. And
A lot of that was
the last 2 minutes though,
Yeah, but you
us
wanna
trying
know-
to talk is just it's so bad, man. It's like this is embarrassing.
You want to know how
We
many
weren't talking, we were
fucking
just
like,
yelling
we
at each other.
we're just fucking.
You want to know how many fade out, fade ins you would have had to do in a fucking 3-hour time
Yeah.
span?
Dude.
It would have been ridiculous.
It'd have been like, did they just chop up
We
the last
did.
3 episodes?
We had about 6.
Yeah.
There's no way
Damn.
it would have been a 4-hour podcast then.
No, it was.
There's no way we sat here for fucking 5 hours.
Dude, we said. Well, it was crazy because we ended up having over 3 hours worth of clips, and we probably talked for a half hour with the phones on the low battery mode, and it was just like, hey, 20% warning, we're not filming anymore, and we just kept going and going and going. So yeah, we probably talked for 4 fucking hours.
That's unbelievable.
It is, yeah.
It was
Just the most ratchet shit you've ever heard.
Yep.
I
Did I say
barely made it
ratchet?
through the
Wow.
next 2 days.
That was.
That came out of the vault.
I know.
It's the milk.
The
So-
next 2 days were rough.
Bill gets bringing out the
It's
demon.
the, it's the
The
1%.
nostalgia.
I remember when I first moved in here, I was like, "Hey man, like, you know, like, I'm gonna grab some milk." Like, he's like, "Yeah, like, well, I usually drink like, 1% or 2% or whatever." I'm like, "Oh, dude, like, I'm a whole milk kind of guy." He goes, "If you want to spoil me with whole milk, man, by all means."
Lab goes, are you drinking 1% because you think you're fat? Because you're not.
Dude, I just listen. I got to rate because the amount of milk that I drink in a week.
Let's
like,
just address
I don't dare
the
just
fat
go to whole
jokes
milk.
and the hairless jokes.
Just might as well get them
Bro,
out of the
we
way.
talked
right?
about
Soon
this
as
at
we
the
get-
beginning.
Again, why are we bringing up old shit? Fuck's your problem, dude?
Yeah, you look like Joe Pesci in Home Alone right now with your little hat on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
You know,
Well, last time
Joe
everybody was
Pesci
like,
was in the
"Oh,
South
it
Park.
would
Why
be
you wore the
so
hat?
funny. It would be so funny for everybody to have fucking blonde hair."
Yeah,
So
we
I
already
was like,
went
"All
over
right,
that.
I'm gonna be Jake Harris the rest of the time."
Oh, got you.
Mm.
But
Good
hit-
joke.
You wear it better than I do, Brody.
No, you wear it like a
Now
criminal.
you got like the Neff beanie, a little bit of hair sticking out and shit. I definitely look like a criminal.
Wait, you have a hat on right now? I can't even tell.
Really?
Honestly, God, it's just so natural. Just, I think it's just your head.
Yeah, like
at this point.
You've
Yeah,
never,
like the
you've never
perfect
seen it
am-
without a hat.
The
so it's
perfect
just-
amount of strips of hair are hanging out of that hat.
Oh, I appreciate
I
it.
love it.
Always. Well, he's been rocking the same style
Yeah,
for the last
literally,
18 years. Like,
Dude,
he looks
whoa.
the exact same as the day I met him.
Dude,
and that was like 2010.
Doesn't age.
I
He's like
feel-
Paul Rudd.
I feel that way a lot, though.
Paul Rudd
just had like his 67th birthday. Dude looks
the
like
fuck outta
Dude
here.
looks like he's 32.
I'm a big fan of Paul Rudd.
I was gonna say, at what point though? Because I'm like looking in the mirror, I'm like, dude, you are 27. Like, stop with the fucking skinny jeans and the fucking skater t-shirts.
No.
Like, when are you gonna grow up and wear a button up? You know,
not
I'm
a
literally.
phase.
You're wearing a
You're wearing a
button-up?
I'm wearing a
button-up.
flannel, but like, I don't know. Like,
Listen.
dude, I've been
Just a
so
little
upset at the way
lumberjack
I dress
top
for
boy.
like the past 2 years. It's
I'm
just
wearing
been so
skinny
bad.
jeans, fucking high top Vans, and a fucking band.
I
tee.
don't think we'll ever grow out of it. I really
I
don't
can't.
think we will.
I can't.
You
crazy.
can't grow out of it.
I know.
And especially because I'm a tattoo artist. Because now I'm like,
It's like the
I'm just gonna wear a
style.
bunch of bullshit, and who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I hear you for sure. Like,
As long as you got that black gloves on, I don't care what you wear.
yeah, it's not like you're.
I
those
look
are
really
nice.
good in black gloves.
Yeah, those are real nice.
I look really good in black gloves.
Every time Brodie puts them on, he fucking. You ready?
I
Snaps
take
them.
pictures.
He's like, all right, let's try to relax, okay?
Reminds me of my mom.
Get on your hands and knees.
Bend over.
I'm.
I need you to cough 3 times.
You sound like my doctor when I had to take the age maturity test.
Exactly. Cough 3
Tell me
times.
about
bend
that one.
over.
Remember
wanna
that?
hear all about that.
That's on the Lost podcast. That was on the first one.
Well, retell the story.
I don't remember half the.
What
That
about
was
us?
fucking
You might as well
hilarious.
just
No,
say
because
I
it's
th-
funny.
I do-
Lamb's age maturity
I
test was a
do.
rock.
So, dude, no. Here's what happened. So, I got asked to move up to JV baseball in 8th grade. Like, whatever. Like, but in order to do
Age
that,
maturity check.
you had to take. You
Brody,
had to pass
that
an-
means junior varsity. Let's just make
Okay. Anyway, so no.
Drink
So
your
here's the thing.
fucking
So in
milk.
8th grade, like you standard is 7th, 8th
I
grade
played
play
JV.
modified. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
no.
I played.
You
JV
couldn't make
baseball.
a JV squad now.
I made a JV baseball team.
That's cold.
100%.
All right. Well, anyway.
You did?
I did.
Anyway,
Watertown?
Yeah.
So listen to me. So what had happened was
Schofield is my coach.
I had to take an age maturity test to play JV in 8th grade. So you had to do like a certain amount of push-ups in a certain amount of time, like run the mile in like a certain amount of time, blah blah blah.
Did you have to pray too?
Buddy, you had to do this. This is a New York State thing. Like this has nothing to do with my parochial school. Listen, dude, this is where it gets
Because the
crazy.
pastor railing me in the bathroom was totally the part of the program.
But here's the
Yeah, it
thing.
was.
But there was also a medical physical that you had to go to, and they sent home this packet that you had to fill out with your parents. You know, like your armpit hair and blah blah blah, and then there was 5 drawn
Armpit hair?
diagrams
Listen to
of
this shit.
male genitalia, and you had to pick which one you are. Like the first one's like no hair and it's really small, whatever, blah blah. Next one gets a little bit bigger, a little bit
For
more.
JV baseball.
Yeah.
Dude,
Buddy,
Yeah.
it's
I didn't have to do any of this.
Me either.
you didn't make
because
JV
you didn't.
baseball.
Nobody ever
bro.
asked
Yes,
you to
I did.
move up. Yeah, but when you were in the appropriate grade, this was to move up. I was supposed to be playing
Yeah.
modified. I had to go to make sure I was like the same age, like level up to play with these
Good
kids.
Lord.
Listen, dude. So
Yeah, it gets better, dude. It's so good.
IHC.
Listen to this
so
shit.
once you get there's 5 diagrams, and you had to circle one. And my mom's like looking. She's like, "All right, I haven't seen naked forever." You know, I'm like, "I'm 5 for sure. I'm Bush. I'm box 5."
Sure. He goes, Mom, I'm packing.
But no,
Call me George
like, dude, I'm not
W.
I'm not trying to sound like whatever. But like I had the
I'm not
member-
gonna lie, like I don't remember the first day that I was like, "There's a hair on my fucking dick."
There shouldn't have been at that age. There should have been like maybe like some in the pubic region.
I'm just saying,
but,
like the fucking.
It
Okay,
happened
yeah.
fast.
The
It
first
happened
day.
fast.
But listen, so here's what separated me from box 5. The hair was going down this dog's legs. You know what I'm saying? like thigh. Like I'm like I ain't that like Teen Wolf kind of thing. Whatever. So like I circle 4.
Good Lord.
And like I walk into school every day, like or the next day, like I'm big man on campus because I got a 4 and whatever.
You scored it yourself.
yeah, but you had it. No,
He
but listen.
pushes the fucking school. He's like, yeah,
I got a
I'm a
4.
4.
You
Yeah,
went and
yeah,
made
but
a
listen, here's the kicker.
photocopy.
Yeah, but you have to have a parent's signature. So I had my mom backing me up. That was 4. You know what I'm saying? Like all my buddies, were, well, I was a 3.5. I'm like, that ain't a box you can
Yeah.
check.
You're like,
There ain't no
you're like,
3.0.
you're like, don't even talk to me.
Yeah, you know you're talking. But so anyway, so then
I'll be eating lunch in the teacher's lounge today, boys.
So I had to go to this doctor. They brought in a doctor because like the school nurse like can't do it. So I had to go into this little dark room, and like you had to like show your stuff.
She had to prove that you were a 5.
It was well,
A 4.
He was a
yeah,
A 4,
I was
bro.
a 4. So
I thought you were a 5.
I think I didn't have the thigh.
He goes,
hair.
I had the
my-
dick of a 5, but I just
Yeah.
didn't have the hair.
The ball bag wasn't quite. Anyway, so I get in there and then like I'm like flipping out, like I'm nervous as hell. I've never been softer in my entire life. Probably I probably looked like a -6 on that thing. So this dude, he was like probably like 75-year-old doctor, and like he's like, all right, here's the weird part. I'm like, yeah, doc, it's a little weird if you ask me. Like I'm 13, and you're 80.
Oh, it hasn't gotten weird yet, Doc. I'm a little boy. I'm in a dark room. And they called you in on they subcontracted your ass. Where do you come? Like you got credentials, dog?
It was not a well lit room. So he's like, all right, just need you to do a quick little flash. I'm like, that's probably not the phrase you're supposed to use, but whatever. He's like, okay, well, what if I do mine too? I'm like, no, dude, absolutely not. So literally,
Where did this fucking story come from, and how do we get here?
I forgot.
Who cares? We're
Because
here, and I want to be
What
here.
the fuck just happened?
Bro, dude, I'm telling you, this is real life. I as God is my witness. I'm not making
What
this
if I
up.
show mine too? That's some real fucking.
I think he was trying to
Immaculate
make me
Heart Central shit.
Listen, no, no, I think he was trying to make me feel at ease.
Is this a Catholic church?
I don't think he didn't actually plan on doing it. He was like joking around.
You don't
That's not the
remember
time
this?
to joke. That's not the time to joke around.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But okay, because this is what you're
I
talking
don't think
about.
there's a right time to joke around when you have a little boy.
Is this
in
how
front
we're
of you.
gonna start episode 5?
Well, we're about 30 minutes in. But listen, so here's what happens.
Oh,
So I
my
do it.
Lord.
I do it, and then he goes, okay, real quick. So it was just like a quick little thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. But my question to them the other time was, why is that necessary to go see if I can hit a baseball with 14-year-olds instead of 13-year-olds?
Yeah, why don't
you know
we
what
just
I mean?
chalk it up to a home run derby? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe like run a horn, time me.
Yeah, you gotta check his ball bag. What? And I was telling them, I'm like, yo, that would not be cool now. And Jake was like, I don't think it was cool back then.
Dude, there's no way that's a thing.
I swear to God, dude, that was standard. That wasn't just me. That happened to everybody.
That's so fucking funny to me.
I don't know what to say.
That's 100% facts. I swear to God,
I don't know what to
on my
say.
entire life, and it wasn't
the
an
whole-
immaculate heart central. That's what happened at all the public schools too.
The whole concept.
Bro, I never had to show my dick to
You never got
anybody.
asked to play a higher level of ball.
he's
Brody.
like, because you're not.
I need everybody that
You go-
played for Watertown.
Because you're not a fucking
JV.
athlete, Brody.
I need everybody that played for Watertown JV to comment on
Dude,
this and be like, I never
we
had
put-
to do a fucking dick show.
Bro, when we were playing catch in the backyard that one day, I couldn't tell if you were right or left-handed.
Restart the whole podcast.
Brody, I'm not saying just because. I'm saying if you were in 7th or 8th grade, or like, if say,
Brody.
like all the kids that played, like okay, I get it. It makes sense. If I was like one of these like freaking nature kids that was in 7th grade getting asked to play varsity, okay, yeah, you're going up against like grown men, like
You're
17,
playing
18-year-olds.
JV baseball, and he was like,
But I was
show
but,
me
like,
your dick, I'll show you mine.
But the difference was
That's the craziest part. The whole construct of the entire story is so fucked.
You wanna
From the
see my
get-go,
dick?
That's like, hey, you want to hit baseballs throwing you 3 miles an hour faster?
We
Show me your
started this
cock,
episode
and then the doc's like, hey,
with show
I'll
me your
show
dick.
you mine if it makes you feel better.
That's worse than the
Like,
first one.
it's
No, it's
real
way better.
life, dude. I swear on my
Dude.
on anything.
That
is a real
so,
story.
dude. That's one of the craziest. That is the craziest story I've ever. I just heard that for the second time, and I
you still
didn't.
can't believe
dude, I remembered everything about that except for that your doctor offered to drop his pants as
Yeah.
well, and that fucking kills me. That
Crazy.
kills me. That's crazy.
Oh, it's because you talked about cough twice when you were putting your gloves on. That's what made me think about it.
Yeah, but that was
I know
that
that's
was
just
more
what.
than I expected.
But it's a good story, and I think it
It's
needs
a
to be
good-
told.
damn
It's a
good story.
for sure.
It's a lawsuit. What do you mean?
That is
That is a good
terrifying.
Dude, that's real life. As God is my witness, bro. That happened, and it didn't
Your
happen.
mom
to
know that story?
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because this is gonna be.
She was in the story. What part? We had to fill.
Oh,
up,
I didn't
we
know
had
she
to-
was. Oh yeah, well,
we
I
had to
didn't
fill
know
out the
she-
diagrams
I didn't know
together.
if you told
Yeah,
her
but
about
she
Doctor.
lied for you.
I didn't know if you told her about Doctor Doohickle over there. Like, whatever, you know. I didn't know. Like you ran
She
home
was
like, "Ma, like, is that weird?"
She literally said, if he says he's 5, then I guess I'll sign it.
No, she didn't let me sign the 5 because she knew the. Dude, I'm talking. This guy was hairy, bro. He looked like what's his name? Michael J. Fox in Teen Wolf, bro. Like I'm talking. I didn't have that.
Happens like he's got a point.
I mean,
That was for them Italian kids to circle the 5 box.
I would have been a certified 1
Oh,
at
yeah,
this
for
time
sure.
period.
Yeah, dude,
100%.
the smallest version of your dick is the one at the doctor's office. It's so cold in there from all the machines, and you're just like, give me something to work, smacking it. Just
I would
to fucking
have
get an inch.
I would
like,
showed
come
him a
on.
picture of like my wrist, and like
Yeah.
that's what my ball is. like, there's, I am 13 years old, sir. Like, I just feel like that's not a conversation. I don't care what kind of. I don't
I
care if
feel
you were
like-
drafted. If you were going to the Olympics, I feel like that's not a conversation you should
No,
be
it's
having.
not
D1.
because that's the whole Me Too movement. They
He's
like
D1
homeboy's gone for
baseball.
life because he was doing shit
The-
like that.
The
Dude,
only
that guy got away with it. He's probably doing fine.
No, he's in jail. He's probably dead.
He's probably got a
Jail.
nice, healthy retirement. Still doing it.
No, he's in jail.
Really?
Yeah.
probably
Oh no,
your
that's a fact.
contact
Yeah,
list.
it was a big court case with like all like the U.S. women's like gymnast team.
Like
No, I heard
100%.
about that's not the guy that did you though.
Oh,
I'm talking
no.
about the guy that did you. No, that guy is locked up. Yeah, he's not. No.
No, my dude, like he
still
apparently
just fucking looking at kids,
Dude.
still just dropping his pants.
evidently it's
I'm
all
professional.
evidently it's all legit.
I'm a
I don't know if they still do that, but they did that literally like 14 years ago, 15 years ago.
Close your eyes. Trust me, I'm a professional.
I'm willing to bet they did not do that to a whole lot of people.
I'm telling
Like that was a social experience. They were like, how long do you think we can get away with? Oh, half a JV season, sweet.
If a bunch of people
Like-
come out and say, "Yo, like we moved up in sports and like that didn't happen to us," I'm gonna feel so
Dude, there's gonna be
Clem, you got
commercials.
taken advantage of.
There's
bro.
gonna be commercials on YouTube like if you play JV baseball in fucking Watertown High School.
So who was, like,
in
2006?
Yeah, then you might be entitled
And like
to
you were like a
financial
small kid, you know what I'm saying? So I like
Yeah.
you think like the biggest dude walked in there and homeboy was like, all right, like he probably just smacked him on the ass, was like, get out of here, chief. Your scrawny ass
He's
walked
like-
in there, he's like, this is the easiest come up in the world.
Don't get comfy as you say
I'm
that.
so comfy.
so weird.
All right,
I really hope that.
Wait, you guys don't remember your
That's-
first time getting molested? I'm kidding.
vividly.
Ew.
I
All right,
I
sorry.
100% think we
All
should
right,
restart
anyway,
this
bro.
entire thing.
No, this is
That's
gold. We're
funny.
good.
This
I
is
did- I
this
had
is
to-
That's hilarious.
much better
I had
than the
to
first
piss,
one.
though.
All right, but listen, we never did though.
Alrighty.
I do remember from the last one I asked you what like tell us about your tour going on with Ace Hood and stuff, and we completely lost
We
it.
never got a sentence.
Or we're going back and we're just gonna
Brody,
casually slide back
hold
into
on,
music like
hold on,
I don't
like
know.
that.
What else are we
Brody,
supposed to slide
do you have
back
to
into?
piss? Because I feel like you're going to be talking. So if you're
1000%.
go,
All right.
hold
Oh,
on.
Wow. How far
Are we gonna pause this? All right. Well, anyway, Brody, let's talk about something that. What have you been working? I mean, I'm repping. You got any more of these lying around? Like, or can people buy these or what?
I got a couple. I don't.
What's it-
When I made that run of T-shirts, it was more like I wanted Emma to make her run of T-shirts because she actually promoted the Antidote album.
That's when you guys released your albums together.
Yeah, so
Yep.
she was like, I want to do a T-shirt, and I was like, okay, cool. I'll make a fucking design for it. We got the T-shirts made.
I loved her
But
shirts.
I wanted to make a tattoo shirt because I didn't have one yet, and it was like I want to promote. I'm making way more money off tattooing than I would ever make off music, just because that's how it is.
It's the market.
So
yeah.
I made a tattoo shirt like, hey, I'll fucking promote these, have people fucking wearing the T-shirts. People will be like, where you get your tattoos, and they'll be like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I made the Antidote shirt too. At the same time, we did a run, and then I just haven't made a fucking shirt for like Brodie NY Music or anything like that since, because I made so much money off of selling merch at shows that it was like I don't really care to do that anymore. The first time that I ever made a run of merch, it was like the first time that I ever got an apartment, because I did the No Time release show at Flashback
Yeah.
Lounge,
I remember that.
Yep.
and then I sold so much merch there. I made like $1,200. That was my down payment and my first month's rent on my first apartment of all time.
How old?
That's
You
so
were
sick.
young too,
I was
right?
17.
Yeah.
I wasn't even old enough to have an apartment
Right, yeah.
yet, but I was also homeless, so it was like I fucking conned my way into making this happen.
Mhm.
So I got my first apartment at 1007 Bronson Street.
Right next door, Daddy.
Is there? And I fucking that like made me not homeless anymore.
Yeah.
It was like that's like a fucking triumph story for
Well,
me.
it's
Crazy.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, that's
100%.
awesome.
Well,
Like,
it's a triumph
After
story.
throwing a bitchin' ass rap concert and
Dude,
all
it
of a
was
sudden you got
in
a
the
place to
dungeon.
go. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well,
that's
it was,
awesome.
those were fucking really great times in my life where it was like the Flashback Lounge was the Dungeon Crew. I had, besides L.A. Moore, which is actually a really good sound man to an extent.
Oh, I love LA,
I
yeah.
love him as a person because when I fucking first started like trying to make any money off music, it was the Flashback Lounge. And it was like I charged a $5 door price. I got the door and I got my merch sales. So I made a decent amount of money off one show, and it made me not homeless anymore. That's a fucking crazy story.
That is awesome.
It's an underdog
it's crazy,
story.
It's crazy how
for
young
sure.
you were too, and not only to be writing, recording, and performing your own songs, but to also invest into the merch ahead of time. Because that's
Exactly.
the thing about merch is that you have to put that 600, 700, or however much you're getting up front.
$1,200
in t-shirts. That's a
bake-
lot of t-shirts,
baking.
bro.
Well,
As a
we would
17-year-old
always
kid
but that's-
rapping,
we
yeah.
would
That's
always
how I-
get 400-500 at the least,
But I
because you
grew
get those
up-
price breaks too. It's like if you're only gonna spend 200, it's like you're not gonna make any money selling T-shirts. Yeah.
Right.
I grew up in the dungeon though.
Yeah.
And the only way anybody made any money in the dungeon was if you fucking sold merch.
Dude, we
sure.
the most money we've ever made on a show was in merch sales. We got $0 to play the show, and we ended up walking away with like over $500.
But that's what
in
I'm
merch
saying.
sales. It was like Jesus, like it was so sick, man. I ended up leaving the show early, and Alex and Durr sent me a picture of our merch table afterwards with like 30 people lined up. He's like, dude, people are asking for autographs. Like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
And no, seriously, I
That's
was like,
sick.
for you losers, what the fuck?
Well, you know what's cool?
When I-
No, because both of you know better than anybody. You've had, Amanda, like, or who- you've had friends that will, like run your merch table
Yeah.
for you because you can't always be there. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So like that's a
Somebody's
huge part
gotta
of
run
it
the
too.
merch for it.
You know
Most
what I mean?
of the time it was Colby for me because I needed somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, but to be able to get out of being homeless by
was
like, at
crazy.
17, that's remarkable.
But that's
dude.
where like
Off of a rap
that's
show.
where like the dungeon really plays a big role in like who I was as an artist when I first started, because it was like I didn't know anything about music until I started going to shows as a fucking 12-year-old. And I went to those shows and I've seen like bands that were first up and coming. Some of them did like European tours, like the fucking like Still Ring Shrew did. And it was like I learned everything that I needed to know from music from going to dungeon shows. Like, we're not going to make money off of the fucking door because most of the time you don't get paid that much to play the show, but you're going to get paid a decent amount by doing merch sales, because if you find somebody that can do it for a decent enough price, then you can make money off the shirts. And I sold them for probably $15 a piece. And to make $1,000 off one show, to be able to get me out of the fucking situation I was sleeping on a floor in my cousin's room for like 6 months of my life. And I was like, I need to do something.
The feeling afterwards, after you're in your first apartment and you were like,
It was
I paved my own fucking way into this
Exactly.
place.
It was
Like,
crazy.
it's like so like it's just you have to be so proud of yourself.
It was
after
a
that, you know,
triumph.
like-
And the reason that I did the Ace Hood show is because I grew up listening to Ace Hood, and he has a song called like Ambition. And it's like, if you have the ambition to fucking like actually do something with the music that you're creating, and that was like my merch sales. So I fucking got my first apartment off something, and then I ended up opening for Ace Hood when I was like 3 years older.
yeah, that's
Crazy
killer, dude.
turnaround story
Yeah.
where it was like,
Did someone like
Well, dude, it
put
was-
up the shirts for you for nothing at first? Like, did they? Or did you?
No,
ever do
Did
it?
you just cover it?
I covered everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I remember. Well,
Off of like McDonald's.
It's an investment.
Yeah.
It's an investment, and then
100%.
the fact that you were able to make that turnaround and then get out of a rough situation is definitely remarkable.
Well, again,
That's
though,
awesome.
but about that, because I remember when I first heard about you, and there was a lot of buzz around you. But this is probably before that show, so like, yeah, you can go and put on a rap show and buy all these shirts, but like, unless you don't have any buzz created, you're not gonna make any money. But I don't know who it was or like what marketing techniques you used. But I remember like, who the hell is this, like, 16, 17-year-old kid? Like, this is back when like me and we're starting to play acoustic out and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then I listened to him like, oh shit, like, and then everywhere I looked, like I couldn't evade seeing your rap music, like, whether it was
Yeah.
on Facebook or whatever. Like, it was all over the place, like from every age group, from people
Yeah.
my
I've-
age to people 8 years younger than me.
Brody, I felt
You know
like
what I mean?
I've known
so I
you.
think that Go ahead. I'm
So
sorry.
I was gonna say, I feel like I've known you forever, but I feel like I remember you as like a rapper before I remember like engaging with you and like like
Yeah, that's
you were rapping for as long as I can remember.
That's
and
a
I
good
feel like
point.
I remember you as a rapper before.
No, that's a great point because I heard of you
Yeah.
before I met you.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
And then you
I
fucking
think,
officiated his wedding. You know.
yeah,
like,
now like
it's-
yeah, now
The
we-
first
yeah.
shit that I ever remember doing was with Evan, and we were at
Yeah.
Phil's house, and we did like
That was off the Nothing Gold Could Stay.
exactly. No, it was before that. We did the fucking the 6 foot, 7 foot
the
shit,
remix,
the
yeah.
remix, and it was like that's the first time I ever had a fucking studio in front of me in my life. Before that, I was like, I'm a gamer, so I had a fucking PS4, PS3, whatever it was at the time, PS3 headset, and I was recording off Audacity.
Yep.
And it was like songs that nobody's ever heard in their entire
I remember
lives.
using the gaming headset, and you're
But
like,
I mean,
it's like
Audacity.
adding bass boost.
It was
that's
fucking
not there,
terrible.
I
It
know.
sounded fucking terrible. That was my first introduction to music, and I was like, I'm gonna record myself at that point. But then when I met Phil, it was like, okay, he's got a fucking studio with like Gymo engineered fucking like soundproofing in his room. I was like, all right, we're gonna.
Yeah, his booth
This was the
sick.
first thing that we ever did, and that was Mode Music.
Yeah.
And me, Tiny, K-Glub, Weeka 2, whatever the fuck his name
Too Cold.
was. Yeah, Weeka 2 Cold. And I mean, Phil actually made some music too. It was like we were doing something that nobody was doing at the time, and now that there was a rap scene
Was LaKendrick in that?
with just us. LaKendrick might have been, but I don't think that he was like too invested in the whole like Mode Music thing.
Right.
So where did all that buzz come from? Though is what I'm saying. Just because nobody else was doing it, like nobody
I
else.
don't
was,
think anybody else was really doing it at the time.
Bro,
I mean,
I'm telling you, I couldn't get on any platform and not see your shit. Like it was awesome. I mean, I was jealous as hell back then because I was like, I was whatever.
well, that was like the
But-
fucking transfer into like.
But how did
everybody
that
wa-
happen? Is what I'm saying.
Everybody
you just
was
have
a
like a
pop
cult.
funk
Like
fan,
everybody
and then
was it
now-
all your
No,
buddies?
no.
rap.
You know what it was that you used to go to the shows at the Dungeon, and then
So you
all
networked,
of those,
and
yeah,
you met
all
a lot
of
of
those
people.
yeah, who used to go to the.
That
You were
too,
supporting
because-
the local community, so that when
because
you were up there, they were supporting you.
I
That's what
never
it was.
wanted to be a rapper. Ever. That
Tell,
was not.
tell this
You
story
could
again
have
because
fucking fooled me.
That was not a thing that I wanted to do.
this was
like, I
on-
was super influenced by rap when I was a kid. Like my dad was like a
Yeah.
fucking big influence in that
No,
region
this-
because, like, he had me listening to the fucking Nas and NWA, Eazy-E when I was like very young. At Dr. Dre 2001 Chronic was like the shit that we played in the Jimmy when I was like fucking a very young kid.
The
so
Jimmy.
I was big on rap.
a car. The GMC Jimmy,
was a
right?
Jimmy. That's what we fucking listened to.
I had one too.
But
My
when
parents
I was coming up, it wasn't like I didn't want to like make rap. I wanted to be in a band, but that didn't happen like 4 or 5 times in advance. Like I tried to make a band with Mike Moo and Justin Edgar.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, we had like we were writing songs and shit.
I
was,
remember
like,
when you and Mike Moot did the talent show.
yeah.
Yeah, back and forth.
Yeah, and fucking
and
Alex
smoked.
slayed
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
good.
Naturally,
We weren't
No, you were.
good.
No. You guys were for how old you guys were. You were incredible.
Alex was just
Alex
like-
was a prodigy.
Oh,
And
he
it
was a
prodigy.
Yeah,
He
it's
I
just-
saw that video of Alex.
So good.
Well, what did you guys do?
I did like I was
You had
playing
He
guitar.
plays
guitar.
the
Listen, I
Marshall
was a-
Micro Stack, right? And he
I
did
was a
like
bass
Yeah, I
player.
saw that video.
I was a bass player at the time.
Yeah.
What'd you guys play?
We played Crazy Train.
What?
We played,
No, so you guys, would
were
go-
like 11.
You guys went back
Yeah.
and forth. It was like one of you would play like a riff, and then the other one kind of like play.
Yo,
Yeah,
I don't
I
think it was
remember
as
that.
bad
Ass.
as I don't think it was as bad as everybody thought it was.
No, I don't think anyone really thought it was. Again,
but as
if
an
Alex-
11-year-old kid,
if Alex hadn't got up, they would have been like, those two kids who fucking played guitar back and forth are crazy.
yeah, but Alex was like,
Yeah,
I mean, Alex,
he was playing Thunderstruck with his
dad was
hand in
sitting
the
there and it
air.
was-
fucking-
Your
it
dad was
just
sitting there and
dumb,
he was
dude.
like, I was like, well, you fucking suck. Like
Dude.
we were sitting in the fucking WHS auditorium, like we needed to fucking get back to the drawing board because we
Yeah.
are not good.
That's crazy, dude.
This band shit ain't gonna work out.
He's 11 years old talking about getting back to the drawing board.
Dude, we
Just
were
looking up
mad,
at
though.
Alex
"Oh,
playing
shit."
guitar. He's like, well,
Compared to
hope this rap
Alex,
career
he had
works
the long
out.
hair back then too, didn't he? had
Alex
the-
was
Yeah.
younger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
if
he
I was
did.
11, he
I
was
saw
probably
that
like
video.
fucking 9 years old,
Yeah.
and he was fucking shredding the
shredding.
Sweet
Was he
Child of
playing
Mine
SG?
soul.
Sweet
or
Child of
something.
Mine,
No,
yeah.
he was playing a Gibson Studio.
Oh, it was a
so he
studio. Okay.
9 years old.
I'm
playing a
telling you
Gibson
that my
Studio and a
first
Marshall
fucking
Stack.
interaction with anybody that really was fucking really good at guitar was Alex, and he was fucking better than me at 9.
Dude, I say this all the time. Alex is better right now than I will ever be.
Dude, he's so
I
good.
not that I couldn't get that good, but I like to be versatile too. Like I'm not gonna dive 100% into it's like
Right.
I'm gonna
But I've
learn
always
drums
said that
and
he's
piano
like
and all this shit and like
all right,
he's just like
there has to be a Mick Mars in every fucking band. And Alex is a Mick Mars in your band.
he's
Except
just
for
like
the
he's the
youngest
dude
instead
that's
of
like
84 years old.
He's the dude that's fucking like, I only give a fuck about this guitar right
This is
here,
my
and I don't
niche and-
care about
yeah.
anything else.
Yep.
And that's what he went to.
Yep.
His
He,
entire
have you-
career in music.
Have you ever seen Good Will Hunting? You've never seen Good Will
What?
Hunting? All right. So there's a scene in there where, so Matt Damon plays this guy who's just a genius. Like he just doesn't have to work
Matt
hard. He
Damon
just-
played it?
Yeah. He just, dude,
I love Matt
it's
Damon.
Matt Damon, Robin Williams, and Ben Affleck. It's an incredible
Wow,
flick.
what a fucking cast.
Yeah,
You
dude,
will
it's
cry.
unbelievable. You will.
What a
It's
cast.
one of the top 5 movies ever. Anyway, so there's a scene where she's this girl he's dating. She's asking him she's like, how do you know all this stuff? He goes, Beethoven and Mozart. They didn't need it. They could just sit down. They saw a piano and they could just play. And he's like, that's how I am with math. And he goes, I can just see something and I just get it. That's how his brother Alex is at guitar. He can
Yeah.
just
He's-
play.
he's
He just
really
understands it.
fucking good,
There's
dude.
something in his brain that receives something that normal people can't. And he
I
just
feel like he
gets it.
understood how to read
He's
music.
got that
No,
awkward pinky.
I was gonna say that's what's weird to me is that I feel like he doesn't really understand theory or how to read music or anything like that. But
He knows how to play.
He can fucking play, man. And not only that,
He's amazing,
I feel
dude.
like not a lot of people know this enough because Durs and I will do the vocals back and forth, but Alex is a fucking songwriter, dude. He is a
He's
lyrical.
the Alex Beats of your band.
He
I mean,
is-
Alex is a fucking
He's a
absolute
fucking-
animal on a guitar.
Yeah, Alex is
His Alex or my Alex?
You're
They
Alex.
both are. They both,
both
are.
are,
They're
but no,
both
but
incredible
I said, but
guitarists.
Alex Beats, they are,
But
Is
Alex
it-
Harris
is it-
is so clever.
But I've always looked at Mick Mars, the reason that I brought that up as Alex, because he's the most soft-spoken person in the entire band. It's the same way that your Alex is. And he's the dude that really fucking gets it.
Yeah. Yep.
He's like
He's like
I'm
the
gonna
mastermind
shred
behind
this
the
shit.
scenes, where he won't open his mouth, but he's just like, I'm running the show,
And I love him for that.
Yeah,
Always
but
the most-
at the same time, he's also a little bit more fucking prominent in if you guys wanted to make a video with you guys catching fucking random dukes in the fucking air, Alex is in that.
Yeah.
Mick Mars would never do
Yeah,
that.
Right,
No,
yeah.
I know.
Mick Mars would never do that.
But
He's
that
like,
vid-
I'm gonna do mad
It's
drugs.
like that
in the
video we
back.
were watching when Travis
always-
Barker was playing that snare drum, and homeboy in the back, he's like, I can barely play my instrument. dude."
Yeah.
And Travis is just going off on this snare
On
drum.
one-
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
one
point
drum.
because I think what Brodie's trying to say, with the whole Mick Mars reference and the Alex reference, he's always the most prepared. He's gonna know his part when he
100%,
shows up,
dude.
and then sometimes he'll be like, no, you're playing your part. He knows everybody's part. You know what I'm saying? He's just that.
I
he's
don't.
just that
Alex
in
has
tune.
never gotten as drunk as us, but I bet he can play his fucking instrument better than all of us.
He doesn't drink. Alex doesn't
That's what I'm
drink
saying.
at all. So
I've been to 97 parties at your house.
Yeah. He's taken
he's
taken
barely
a
drinking
one
in
shot
all
of
of them.
Captain in his life, and I
Exactly.
remember it
Oh,
like it
it's
was
the worst thing you can take a
yesterday.
shot
Yeah,
of.
no,
Yeah,
I
seriously.
tried to sell him
disgusting.
that, and he was
Terrible.
like, "No, it's good, bro."
Yeah.
I was like, "Captain is the worst shot
It's
you can
awful.
possibly take."
It's awful. But yeah, no, dude. Alex, there's a level of autism to him for sure.
I love him.
And I mean,
I
it's
love
in the
that.
best
Best
way.
way.
Evident. Yeah,
In the
the best
good
way.
kind.
no,
yeah, the
for
good
sure.
kind.
And it's just and that's
he's not
I just didn't
Rain Man.
expect you to say
I'd rather
that.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I'd
No,
rather
dude, so-
never talk to Alex and
He
have him play
fucking-
his guitar better than we talk than anything.
Dude, he's been super into football, FanDuel betting lately, and he is he's Rain Man when it comes to football. He's insane. He's one.
Yeah,
seen him
Alex
with
had
Sammy
Alex had to
Sosa.
take that test because they called him up on guitar.
Yeah,
He was a 4.
yeah, he was a 2. He goes, but no, so him and I usually get together on Sundays and we'll compare bets and work on music and shit. And I went up to Placid. He fucking texts me at it's 2 hours before the 1 o'clock games. This essay of just the Falcons' pass defense is terrible, so this is what I'm feeling for the. Literally giving me reasons why he's picking certain receivers. He's got this essay of all the 1
Dude, he's
o'clock
got- I'm
games,
telling you that he's
and
got a mind that nobody else
for
is
sure.
fucking thinking
No, that's
of.
what I mean. There's something and it's not with but like with football, something clicks in him and it just locks in. With the guitar, something
I'm
clicks
probably
and
like
he
that with
locks the
baseball
fuck
just because
in.
I fucking care about it so much.
Yeah.
I feel like Chris Collinsworth better look out for his job because they're gonna hire somebody like Alex Harris to come take over that seat.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
I told
Love
Alec,
that.
I was like, dude, you have
Could
to.
you imagine?
I was like, you have to do a fantasy segment, just like a 10-minute fucking
Someone just
fantasy
l-
segment on
If
Sundays
he started
during
a
football season.
podcast and
That's
he was like, this is
Dude, the way the world works, that's all it
Yeah.
would take one that
He
that
would
text
be-
message
Fuck
just
yeah.
leaks.
He would be John Boy, but
Viral.
for football. Seriously, he would be. No, if anyone could do it, it's Alex.
He'd be
and
like
you
the
know I'm
Schwami.
not fucking wrong.
Tell him to start the fucking Giants podcast.
Yeah, he would shit on the Giants
the
all fucking
Cowboys.
day.
No, you can't. You have to take like your interest out of it when you do something like that.
I
You
know,
know what I
for
mean?
and he
sure.
does.
And that's why, like,
He does, but as soon as someone starts shit talking the Cowboys, he will pull stats.
His
that
eyes
you
just
won't-
roll in the back of his head, and he
He's
just
like,
went,
he's like, you
starts
guys have no
rifling.
fucking idea about football, and he will
Don't talk to
belittle
me.
you with fucking Cowboy statistics that you're just like, holy
I
shit,
hate
they
the
are the
Cowboys.
best team in the league, and they're not.
Oh my god.
No, dude. But when Alex says these things, you're like, he knows so much about football. There's no way he's wrong.
So you're telling me he could make like the
Denver.
Texans like
Listen,
sound like the best
he-
team in
he-
football?
he could
Listen, as
literally-
much as I hate the fucking Eagles, that's the best team in the NFC East.
no,
this year.
No.
I'm the biggest Eagle fan ever, and I know they're not the best
Stop.
team.
In the
They're not.
NFC East?
Oh yeah.
In the NFC East by a fucking landslide.
No, I wouldn't.
You're out of
Dude,
your mind.
No, stop it. Because the thing
out of
is,
your mind.
you cannot
Take
pick-
your fucking fandom out of it.
Yeah, I
And look
absolutely
at the
will.
fucking
I will
real
say
stats.
right now, I would put.
I'm a Giants fan.
I would be willing to bet.
Absolute.
I would be
Yeah.
willing to bet the Giants beat the fucking Eagles this week when they play them.
But we were just talking about that, and
I
I,
said the
wouldn't be
same thing.
surprised if they do.
Yeah.
But they doesn't matter.
I do not.
It does
think
not
the
matter.
Eagles are the most complete team in the NFC East. I don't.
They might not be the most complete
Nope,
team, but
they're
they're the
not.
team that's gonna fucking win the division 100%.
Yeah, because they got the fucking leg up on the schedule and they're already 10-1. How are they not
Hey,
going to
hey,
fucking
hey,
win
they're
the division?
11-1.
Sorry, 11-1.
And the only team they
if you're
lost to
11-1 and don't win the division, what the fuck
was
is
the
up with
Commanders.
that? Yeah. No, I think. I mean, if we're gonna dive into football,
What's
which we
what's
already have.
11 plus 1? That's how many views we're gonna get on this video if you guys keep talking about fucking football. You dorks.
Why don't you say something? We haven't heard your voice in forever, dog. Is your
listen.
milk all
Because-
gone?
'cause you're talking
No,
about
but they were
football.
getting hot. I was loving it. I was just like kind of chilling.
Well, I'll get hot.
And I don't
on
know
the
shit about
fucking
football.
NFC East.
There was a
because
look in
it's the
your eye
best
that I haven't
division.
seen in a while.
We thought
You
you were gonna
got
stand up.
fired
and
up.
NFC East is the best division in football, and that's like any analytic
Well,
can say that.
We're down to 10 views.
Whatever. We can start talking about the Yankees and how the fact that we're not going to sign Aaron Judge, but we're not going to do that.
Why would you put that on us?
I just don't think we're gonna.
Put that evil on us, bro.
360 for 9.
So I was gonna
No.
say I don't know anything about
Oh,
baseball,
shit.
but I saw toward like the postseason when Judge was kind of choking out or whatever. Like fans were booing him and he was getting pissed. Right?
Well, he's never been good in the postseason.
Well, because they choke him so hard in the fucking on season to break records or whatever, then the postseason
All right,
comes,
so
he doesn't get his.
as a
That's as someone who doesn't know anything about baseball, that's what I picked up on.
well, I get it, but at the same time, like
Mostly correct.
it doesn't matter what you do in the regular season. When you make it to the playoffs, you better fucking perform. Giancarlo Stanton is another breed of person in the fucking postseason.
So what you're saying is Aaron Judge is the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, no, here's what you have to understand.
No.
Of baseball players,
'Cause
he
I would never-
performs
I
all
would-
season, and
I
then
would
come the
never put-
postseason, he fucking
I would never
shits
put
out.
Aaron Judge
I'm not going to
and the
stop
Dallas
saying that.
Cowboys in the same conversation in my entire life, but you
least
might be right.
At least my cadence was not slow and drunk this time.
I just love it when I can't help but notice it every time
But
you
here's
say
what
it.
you have to understand. So,
It's his sign
But I
online,
mean it.
and he signs on 40 times a podcast.
Yo, button man, I need a
fucking.
there it is.
all right, but hear me out. Honestly, here's what you have to understand about that is when you go ahead and become the American League all-time home run king, they're gonna pitch to you different than they're gonna pitch to Giancarlo Stanton in the playoffs. Like you have this cloud over you, like this.
Giancarlo
this
Stanton's
guy's
a better
hit 62
fucking
home runs.
playoff
We'd rather walk him. It's
Player.
I beg your pardon.
Statistically, Giancarlo Stanton is a better playoff player than
He's a better
Aaron
hitter in the
Judge has
playoffs
been.
because he gets better. Judge doesn't get the same kind of pitches Giancarlo.
Do you
gets.
think that Giancarlo Stanton gets fucking
No, I don't think he gets meatballs down the middle. But
never?
okay.
and he still puts them over the fucking.
Yeah, Judge is
monster.
getting like one good look every other at bat.
That's what I'm saying.
I get it what you're saying.
One good pitch to hit
but
every
when
other
has
at bat.
when has Aaron Judge ever been good? You want to know who was good in the 2019 playoffs? Gleyber Torres, and where is he in the regular season? Non-existent.
I wish he was in AAA.
I wish that.
What do you mean?
John-
He went off in the postseason.
I wish that
He was the double
Gleyber
king of the world.
Torres was like not on the team.
All right, we got to stop talking about this
Because
I think we're
DJ LeMahieu
we're gonna jinx
is
Judge
a
coming
better
back.
second baseman. He's not going to come back. I'm
He's
telling
gonna
you right
come
now.
back. He's coming back.
I put it on the podcast.
I
You know what I'm
wrote
saying?
This song for you, ba-rum, pum, pum, pum.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Aaron Judge is not going to be on the Yankees in 2023.
Can you toss me that lighter underneath it,
No.
please?
I'm telling you right now, he's not going to be on the Yankees because we're not going
I'm
to.
so
The
mad at you.
Yankees are not going to beat $360 million for 9. What do I want to fucking? Do we expect him to be Albert Pujols?
I don't understand the real.
I brought
reference.
these gifts for you, pa
What's the difference between what if he signs for 8 years? What's the difference?
I don't want him to sign for 8 either.
Well, that's
Can't get him off it.
that's the thing.
Can't shake him.
Next line.
Dude, you guys are unshakable.
8 years with a club auction at 7.
No.
Little drummer boy.
Yeah, I love that.
It's,
I love that tune.
perfect.
Um,
He's not worth 42. He might be worth 40, but at 9 is rough.
360 at 9 is $40 or 40 million even.
Exactly, but
God, that'd
for
be nice.
9,
40 million a year.
It's crazy.
It's got a nice ring
for
to it.
9,
Doesn't it?
I'd buy a
It's gonna be
boat and a
40.
pony and a jaguar and a lion
we're gonna pay a
and an
40-year-old
airplane.
You wouldn't need
40 million.
You'd be like, that's for poor people.
Yeah.
Because
You're like, what's
because
that?
what you have to understand is
Listen, I get it, but he might
you
be
pay
fucking
for his
great.
prime years. You pay a little bit extra for
Yeah,
his prime
he
years.
might be
by
great
pay-
for the next 3 or 4, but
yeah, that's what you
injury-prone Judge
he played 158 games last year.
last year.
All right. So let's talk about
Get into it.
are you going to be part of sophomore skip day or what?
Yeah.
Mac
This is
Miller.
what the people want to hear. Are we haven't even booked the show yet. Should we plug this?
I
or-
was gonna say.
Oh, we're
you're-
plugging
Your
it.
name.
We haven't
dropping
even-
shit that
we don't
isn't
even have a
named.
venue yet.
If,
we got
uh,
meetings, dog.
We got appointments.
We got
If
points.
Evan stops,
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
this
baby.
is actually probably the best place to talk about it. You know?
100%.
Listen, if Evan stops talking shit about my guitar playing because I was not really trying out there.
Play like nobody's listening. You know?
my best.
He was just singing like nobody was listening.
I was just warming up.
Oh my goodness.
I told you I don't get out much.
I thought you sounded great.
I thought you had the guitar upside down.
I was drunk when I got here.
I'm
Like,
not
I
gonna-
loved it. I
I'm
was
not gonna
singing
sugarcoat
along.
it
I
for
thought
you.
it was great. No, you want in on this or what? It's gonna be big.
I'm in there.
It's gonna be a
So
big deal.
so let's
If
not.
you think I'm an artist that is like, if I don't practice enough, then I don't give a fuck
Is
about
he-
anything. But if you give me a reason to do
a
something,
deadline, yeah. Be like, tell me.
If
yeah.
you give me a reason to do something, I will play the most flawless set of my entire life.
No, listen, we're gonna get you on the dry ice for the smoke that comes around Lav's ankles because the first song's gonna be epic.
no, Brodie's on the stage.
Oh, with the dry ice.
No,
I'm just kidding.
with
You're gonna
the-
play a fiddle?
with
What
the
kind of
guitar.
You got one still, or did you sell that one?
He wants to play the 335.
I have a violin.
You're gonna let him play the.
I do have a violin.
I'll
Do
let
you?
anybody play anything.
Yeah,
you know me.
So what let's break it down because we keep breezing by.
Yeah.
This is like this very inside thing that we're talking about. So you guys were at the bar the other day, from my understanding, and the bar owner had come up to you and said that he wants to get you guys to play, and you're like, it's kind of not really what we're doing anymore. And he's like, no, you don't understand. This is what I'm looking for. And apparently, what he wanted was like just a strict, pretty much like emo night pop punk set type.
No, he didn't
No,
want
he
that.
didn't want
Oh,
that.
he didn't want.
He
that.
just wanted us to play an acoustic set, and we were like,
And
no.
you were
dude,
like,
I'm
They
the
just-
wanted a New York
stipulation-
Mace set where it was
Yeah.
like,
No,
we're gonna
that's-
play mad covers and
He
everybody's
wanted like Pearl Jam and typical bar stuff, and we were kind of shaking off like, nah, man, like we don't really do that anymore. And then we come back here and we just start chatting it up. I'm like, yo, dude, like
if we're
what
getting
if
the
we just
band
did
back
like
together,
a-
let's do it the way we always wanted to do
just
it.
like all pop punk emo. I got the jacket up there, you know what I mean? Like we ain't got no shortage of jackets, so we come up with this lift, and then we're like, holy, like most of this is like, I go, what if we just did all pop punk emo? You know what I mean? Like the when we were Young tour that was in Vegas, but
it's
it
us.
Watertown.
I want to play in it.
The
so much as I wanna
Walmart
be a
version
fan
of it.
I talked to Alex a couple weeks ago. I was like, we never understood that our niche was the emo nights. Like Gino does jam nights. We should have done literally an emo night like once every, like not our Against What's Best fucking
There's the big
6 originals or whatever. But
yeah, but you can
literally-
incorporate all that as well.
Oh no,
though.
you can
know what
for
I mean?
sure. But I was like, there's not.
There's a big promotional aspect around that. But
Not only that, but there's like whenever someone hears our originals, they go, "Oh, it reminds me of when I'm in high school." But it's like they don't know that song. But it's like, yeah, you start playing Sugar, and they're like, "Oh, I remember this song."
Oh no, we're literally selling nostalgia.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. So you.
Well,
if-
good. That's the whole thing. We're
That's-
basing
yeah.
this around is
Exactly,
nostalgia.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, so
Sells itself,
So what we're
man.
doing is we're putting together a group, a project. I don't know what you guys want to call it, and we're pretty much going to do 3 hours plus worth of the all old nostalgic emo pop punk songs. You know, whether it be
Fall
Yeah,
Out Boy,
you
My
Fall Out-
Chemical
yeah, you
Romance,
name it, All Time
Newfound
Low,
Glory, All
whatever,
Time
Sum
Low.
41.
Yeah,
listen, I had people that
Blink-182.
went to when we were young and couldn't even go because winds were too
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy, and they spent an insane
Ridiculous
amount on the
amount of
tickets,
money.
and then to get there was even more. Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, so
anyways, go ahead.
what we're doing though is we're not having a set 4 or 5 people playing the entire show, right? We're gonna have people cycling in and out.
Right.
So there might be someone on drums 90% of the time, but if
Well,
you
I'm
want to learn a
excited.
song
I'm excited
and get
to
up,
hear like
Yeah.
Matt because Matt sounds really like fucking.
He's
dude,
stoked
you know
on
what's
this, man.
funny is
Stoked
that
on
Matt would always reach
And
out to
I've-
me.
Listen, when I was a kid, I went to Rock and Skate every fucking weekend. Matt was there. I've known Matt since I was like.
This was
fucking
the easiest
old
band
enough-
to put together because
I
everyone
was
wanted
old,
to do it.
Yeah.
I was old enough to fucking get on some ice skates, and that was like the reason that I know who.
You're
Matt
the only
Gray
one
Yeah.
that bailed.
And then, yeah,
What do you
then
mean
you've
bail?
known him.
Bail.
Then
I
you've
I
seen him
did not
100
bail.
I
times.
played
since.
hockey for
I amped
fucking
up.
years. You guys are always trying to fucking shit on me, but I'm actually good at a couple things.
Like what?
We're not.
Stop.
We're just joking, dude. I know
Stop.
you're one of the most talented kids I've
Brody,
ever met in my
A
entire
couple
life.
things.
I would
can
not-
fucking
Can
get
you
on
name
some
2
ice
more
skates.
things?
Hold on.
I'm just kidding.
Me?
no.
I'm a better rapper than you've ever been.
Ever.
100%.
I was gonna
He's
say
unbelievable. Go ahead.
because I got to
should
say
get into
this.
golf with us this year.
I'd love to do golf.
I was gonna say because I feel like it comes
'Cause
off.
I feel like that's some real dad shit. And
It
I'm like
is. It is for
super
sure.
dad.
I feel like it comes off as like super like people don't really understand what you're saying, but like when I say someone's a piece of shit, it means like I wouldn't call someone a piece of shit if I didn't love like you wouldn't you have to hit that threshold. Like I love you so and that's why I shit on you.
I fucking love
if
your
you
hair.
were if you weren't my favorite person, I would sit here and be like, "Oh, Brody, tell me about your rap career." But I'm like, "Fuck your rap career, bro."
I'll tell you-
But
I'll
because
tell you what you
because
guys
we're
suck
good
at right
fucking
now.
friends, you know.
Hit me.
But what were you just saying though?
You suck
about
at
Matt would hit you?
conversation.
What are you talking about?
What were you saying though?
You are so much louder than everybody else.
I'm just sitting here. You're
Now,
yelling.
I guarantee that if we
Why-
fucking
why-
bring up the
why are
last
you yelling at me?
Why are
podcast,
you yelling at me?
Yeah,
if I
don't do
brought
that.
up the last podcast,
Don't do that.
Evan's over there and I can't even speak.
Oh yeah. Well, he's actually been the quiet one tonight.
Guilty as
Tonight-
charged with the stories, bro. What do
We
you
didn't
want?
get drunk last
All right,
night.
let's get back on topic.
What were
you
you
were
saying?
saying something about Matt.
Oh,
The show.
Matt Gregory is a fucking great drummer.
Yeah. I was saying, when we first started Against What's Best, and Daryl was our drummer. He goes, "Yo, dude, like this is something I've always wanted to do. Like I
I don't know what you want.
in my heart, a pop punk
I
drummer.
don't know where it is.
What? The rum? It's right by your foot, Brody.
Who said that?
Matt was like, dude, like I've always, dude, he was like, I've always wanted to be in a pop punk band. Like you guys are doing shit that I've always wanted to do.
I feel like
Let-
Matt just
he
wants to
goes,
play
no, listen, he
drums."
goes, let me know if Daryl doesn't work out. I want to be your drummer. And then, dude, yeah, and then months later, you guys all formed the Northmen, and I remember him pretty much saying like I love playing drums. I love being in a band. I love doing this, but this isn't really the genre I want to be playing.
What, the metal or the?
Yeah,
okay.
the metal. Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, but he was very adamant to me that he wanted to be playing what we were playing.
Now he gets to.
That sounds weird because he was always listening to like Trivium and Sevenfold and Falling in Reverse. And
But I
things
think
like
that he's just
so.
a music fan.
But no,
I think
but no,
there's
but that-
something
but that
about
does
being
make
in that
sense.
kind of
Play
band, though,
drums.
too.
But no, you're right because that does make sense because, the other when we started talking about this, it was just me, you, and Evan, and I'm like, all right, I'll find somebody to play bass, and then I mentioned to him like, yo, Alex Beats will do it. He's
Listen,
like,
nobody
really?
wants to play bass, but when I was a kid,
Alex
I just
does.
wanted to play in a band.
Yeah.
So I wanted to play anything that I could fucking
Say
be
with
in a
Alex.
band for.
Alex is a shredding guitarist, and he's like, I'll play bass just to be a part
Yeah,
of
When
it.
I was
he
a
loved
kid,
it.
also, I had a good voice, so it was like I played in a band with Mike Moot and fucking Justin Edgar. and it was like we didn't really have any songs out because we were like fucking
11.
12.
Yeah.
But I was really good at fucking bass, and Edgar was really good at drums at that age time. Like the
He
period
was, yeah.
that we were.
Yo, left. Can I get that reference?
Yeah.
TKO drummer 24.
TKO drummer.
What was that? Like your AIM?
No,
It
that
was
was
just
fucking,
like
that was Edgar's
PSN, like
yeah, something like that.
right.
It was Dubtown Skater. Dubtown Skater 484. You want this?
Yeah. Well, Jake does. But no. So what I was getting at is, like I said, it was just us three talking about it, and then I mentioned it to Alex to play bass, and then all of a sudden, people that I weren't even telling about it were hitting me up like, "Hey, like, do you need any help?" Like Matt, he's like, "Hey, like, what's going on with like the drums for like your
No.
pop punk thing?" I'm like, I go, I don't know. Like, I go, Jake's gonna play him. You want in? He's like, yeah. Like, if it's okay, like, I'll play a couple songs. I call Jake. I'm like, hey, Matt, like, would like, be so down to like split those. And Jake's like, fuck yeah, dude, let him do all of them, bro. Like,
I would have never touched a fucking microphone, like rap wise, if I would have had a fucking pop punk band when I was like 10.
we now you got both.
When I was 10, though, I could barely play Smoke on the Water, let alone anything pop punk. I mean,
It's actually easier probably than Smoke on the Water. Some of it.
It probably.
on
is.
one string. Like that's
If
where I
we're
was
talking
at.
Blink 182, yeah, it's all like way easier than that.
It's fucking.
Except for What's My
chords.
Age Again. That song's tough to play.
I said maybe I should take a back seat on the guitar. Let me and Alex switch instruments for this one too.
No, he just came and picked up
Yo.
all the bass equipment today. He called me about it. He was so stoked.
Now
and
I'm
Matt
in
called me
deep.
too. Matt's like, hey man, Matt already
I can't
learned
believe that
the 8 songs
Alex
I sent him.
Beats is gonna play fucking bass.
Dude, I was
when
gonna.
he said that, I was like,
I
That's
don't
what I
want
said,
him.
though.
I don't want him to play bass the entire time.
I almost
though.
feel like he's
he
taking
can,
a back seat.
He can get on the lead for some songs, and I'll fucking hop on. Like, I want to be able to hop on either the drums, the bass, the
Yeah, I'll
vocals,
play a
whatever.
couple on the drums.
I'll hop on the bass
No,
so
you
that
won't.
Alex can shred some. No, you won't.
If I,
No, you
if
will
I
not.
play
Get the fuck
a
out.
song, I don't give a fuck.
Dude, Alex will.
I'll pop
I
out
would
of
make
the
my
wall.
My brother
entire
will
life
play
if I
some
make
drums.
He
one
probably
song.
already drums.
He'll
You're
play.
saying?
He'll
Oh,
play
nice.
drums. He'll play guitar. He'll play
He
whatever.
probably
yeah.
already knows 30% of those songs on guitar anyway.
Yeah, and on drums. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure,
Alex?
dude.
Yeah. Yep.
No, it's gonna be sweet, man. I'm super excited for this.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
too.
No, dude, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and
Absolutely.
I think I'm more excited to get more people involved than just like a knit 4.
Yeah,
because that
dude.
was always a band to me. Is like get these 4 people involved and watch. I feel like I've been so much more adamant about getting more people involved than just the core
Listen,
group.
your
Yeah, and
fucking-
that's how the
your,
podcast
your
is,
house
too.
show was
Yeah.
one of my favorite shows I've ever been
Ah,
to.
dude, the house show. Holy shit.
Where'd you guys play?
At my
at
house.
I know, but where? In the
mom's
living room
house.
or in the basement?
In the living room.
In
No.
the
It was
living
great.
room, dude.
The
I didn't hear
fucking-
about that. My
Dude,
invite
it
must
was-
have got lost.
It
in
was
the
one
mail.
of my favorite fucking. What do you want to call it?
It was a show.
Parties?
Dude. Yeah, it was a party. It was a
It was
show.
a
I guess.
party. I mean, it was
Dude,
one of my favorite things I've ever been to.
We
in
get
my life.
we get halfway through the first song and the power fucking
Power
overloads and
shuts
goes out.
right the fuck off.
So we got to go down.
I loved
and,
it.
Badass.
Dude, we got.
I loved
We
it.
go up. We flip the breakers.
fucking
We
rock and roll.
leave the fish tank off. They don't need the light, you know. And
Fuck
we
them
finish
fish.
the set.
Dude, it was
Unplug
great.
the
though, I'm
fridge.
telling you.
The milk will get warm.
Yeah,
Who
fuck the
fucking
fridge.
cares?
I'm telling you, it was one of my favorite fucking.
Everyone disconnect from the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, seriously. We're fucking hanging by a thread, bro. But
Dude,
no,
we grew up
it was
in the
fun.
Fucking
Pop
turn the
punk
heat
era.
off.
The people that really love pop punk like that are like, this is a fucking show.
I was
right
gonna
here.
say, dude, that was
I loved that.
That was the thing about that show is that like that was an authentic fucking punk rock where you're like, dude, literally set up in your living room with your equipment, no sound guy, sound terrible.
I'm telling
blow
you.
the power.
I'm telling
like,
you.
It's just no
Yeah,
promotion,
dude.
no
There's like
tickets,
20
just show
people.
up and jam,
Yup.
dude.
There's
That's
like 20
that's killer.
people in this
Rip the
fucking living
TV
room,
off
and
the
that felt
wall
like
or
it was
something.
Literally,
fucking-
dude, yeah.
It felt like it was a really packed show because we were fucking 20 people
because
deep
the
watching.
room is the size.
Yeah. No,
Dude,
that's
it
how
was
you
fucking
should. That's
great,
like,
though.
dude. I want to throw every concert like that, dude. Fuck a bar. Let's throw that
Dude,
bitch here.
you can pack, you can pack the house with 10 people.
Jake
That's
Harrison.
insane.
To Jake
Let's
Harrison's
throw
mom,
the-
I apologize for all the
No,
fucking
dude,
parties
let's
that
throw
we
the
threw
pop
there,
punk.
but
That's
it was
cool
the
when they're all
best.
like 19
it was the
years
best
old. We're
time of my
30.
fucking life. I
I'm not
have
having my-
never felt that I
rock and roll show.
I've never
Pack
felt,
this bitch.
I never felt like I was like
Get the
really
cows
a part
called
of
and
something
shit.
until like you guys started throwing the after parties at your house, and I was like, this is really gonna bring me out of all the fucking seasonal depression that I have because I'm fucking living
we
for
were doing
today.
it right in the middle
I
of winter,
love that
right
shit,
at the
dude.
peak of that seasonal.
I loved that shit.
Dude, it was it was so fun. At
Troy
first.
LeVere is like fucking dad in the bathroom. I love that.
Troy LeVere or Warren?
Yeah, Troy Warren.
Dude, Troy
Matt.
Warren
I
died.
love that.
We're all
Yo.
Both of them are probably fucked up. I
What
don't
the
remember Troy
fuck?
V being there.
I think you're the one who said it. I don't think he was that.
I'm twisted. Troy Warren in the bathroom. I love that.
Sorry, Matt. Oh my God.
But yo, so those parties.
I didn't want to do a part 2. You guys did.
Listen.
Dude, this is way better than part 1.
Yeah,
I'm telling
dude.
you.
Oh man.
Those
Can we
parties
please do the
got-
pop punk show at
Yeah.
someone's
Oh,
house
no.
at Jake's house
No.
in the living room?
We're
Dude.
too old for that.
Why? We could set it up. We'll have Brodie in the basement at first, so like when we'll get halfway through the first song, he'll rip the breaker so the power goes out.
You gotta stage it.
Yeah, we'll have Hal drive by with the sirens on the. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Get a couple of our cop
the
friends
fuzz,
showing up.
jump the
Yeah,
fence.
have them beat on the door. Be like, listen, you guys need to turn this on. And then we just start breaking shit. Yes,
I'm not playing any songs in this show.
Yeah, why not?
dude.
This is gonna be a sweet show, man.
I hate effing.
Listen, you're gonna get all emotional.
What did did he say that
All
offended
emotion.
you? Right there.
He's been talking shit about my guitar playing since I fucking
Not just
got
then.
it.
I wasn't. That came out of nowhere.
Bro, that was 2 hours ago.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
dude,
sorry,
Brody, you're. I called you and you're like, "Yo, I'm in with this.
Yeah.
You can play whatever instrument you want."
I put the triangle.
Play the spoons. Clickety clack. Clickety clack.
No, you know enough pop punk songs. Like we
Yeah.
got your ass on that.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like I mean, I've been playing all of these songs for the last fucking 12 years, and I'm gonna have to sit down.
Dude, we're gonna
and
get you a
actually
wireless
practice
mic
for a
so you
while.
I
can
gotta
walk around
practice.
in the bar and just belt it in people's faces.
I might knock
While
somebody out.
tattooing.
You're gonna, yeah, you're gonna get lit.
I might.
Oh man,
This is gonna be a sweet show. This is gonna be a sweet show.
skip
for
school
sure,
start
for sure.
fights, dude.
Dude, I that entire album cover to cover, don't even fuck with me, Evan. Don't even
I
fuck
gotta
with
go.
What
me.
I'm
album?
sorry. It's a hit the lights. Skip school start fights.
Oh, okay.
The lab, we're playing a couple of those.
Yeah.
I
we
only
are
know.
hard.
I only know Body Bag. That's the only song.
That's the only one we're not playing.
That's the best song they have.
That's
hard.
not even on that album, by
I
the way.
think that
That's-
I
this
know
is
more
Stick Up
Asking
with
Alexandria
Colorado.
songs than I know off that album.
I just feel like we're missing. Oh, wow. Oh, we gotta put Cartel. I want to play Honestly by Cartel.
Dude, do you know fucking Say Anything Else by Cartel?
Yes.
Yeah, that one too.
Which one's Cartel?
Yeah.
Come
I
on,
guess I'll see you. I'll see you around.
okay.
Yeah, that one.
One day.
They had
we'll
one hit
work
wonder,
this
like literally
out.
2 hit wonder, 1 hit wonder. They had
Yeah.
one album, 2
Yeah.
songs were decent off it, and it got on the radio for a little while.
Yep. Dude, we
That was-
actually we had a this like review magazine in Pennsylvania. Punksylvania they were called. right? Punksylvania, dude. They wrote a review about Underwater Town, and they fucking get like halfway through the review, and they were like, "This dude sounds like the guy from Cartel talking about me."
Oh,
Obviously not Durs.
That's
You know,
dope.
I was like, "That's a fucking damn good
Dude,
copy."
he
He's
can
got a-
sing good.
Dude,
Did
he's
they
got
say-
a fucking very good voice. Yeah.
So they said you sounded like the dude from Cartel. Did they say that you look like the dude from?
No, All American.
All American Rejects?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Have you ever
How
seen
you
the
doing?
You ever seen the dude from All American Rejects?
Oh yeah,
Looks
that's it.
just like.
Damn.
It's insanity.
What the fuck?
Dude, it's so funny because I, as big of a fan of pop punk as I was, I never got into All American Rejects ever. Like never.
They're so good.
They're so incredibly mainstream and overrated, in my opinion.
Well, yeah,
What do
but
they
that's
have?
what's-
What do
that's
they
the
have?
point.
Gives You Hell and fucking Dirty
Yeah.
Little Secret and
Well,
Move
Gives
Along.
You Hell was like the
How
fucking-
about
fuck-
It Ends Tonight?
Yeah, that's a ballad.
That's an
Jacob.
Yeah,
unbelievable
okay,
song.
okay.
Swing, swing.
Swing.
You got me.
You know what I'm saying?
Those
We
are-
used to play that
I think
shit.
Gives
Yeah,
You
we
Hell
did.
is like the
Yeah, that's the
But-
mainstream
Happy
bullshit.
shit.
Yeah, but I mean, and Boys Like Girls had that shit too, but they also have some fucking bangers.
Jake, I think
I
there's something going
promise-
on here. Did he like steal a show from you or something? That guy, like,
He looks just like his ass, doesn't
yeah,
he?
he's pissed off it. He's got some personal
Jake's
shit
wicked
going on.
mad. He's like, I'm
Dude,
better than
no,
that.
no, no. So it's funny because I never got into them, and then when I was working at Tin Pan when I was like 15, wearing my fucking Panic at the Disco and Mayday Parade bracelets, I waited on this family, mom, dad, and 2 daughters, and they were fucking fangirling because they saw I was wearing the Jelly Band All Time Low bracelets or whatever, and they were like, "Has anyone ever told you look like the lead singer from All American Rejects?"
you got that- you've gotten that before?
dude, multiple times.
Oh, I
yeah,
knew it
that
was
was
personal.
that
I
was
knew it.
that was the first.
I knew it was personal. I knew it was personal. Yeah, right, Brody?
He unplugged there. He unplugged.
Oh,
it.
okay.
We sat on it.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you back in the Matrix?
Yeah, no, I knew that shit was personal because I never hear Jake talk
This
shit
was
about
at
another like a
Tin-
band.
This is at Tin.
Especially a pop punk band. I'm
This
like,
was at
yo.
Tin Pan,
Yeah. Yep.
and they were like somebody
Dude.
at a fine establishment like that asked you if you look
the
at the
daughters.
All American. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the daughters of this couple, saw the bracelets and were like, oh, like, I like it.
No
And they were
way.
like,
That's
has anyone ever
badass.
told you that you look like this guy? And I was like, oh, no, that's funny, though. And then I went home and Googled it. I was like, not really. But I've gotten that probably like 6 or 7 times, which is still a
I used to get
decent
the
bit.
I used to get the
There's-
Justin Bieber thing all the time when I grew
when
up.
you
when I
had the
long
hair, yeah.
I remember one year
but-
I was working at Applebee's and I was a host at Applebee's and it was Halloween and I was just like I literally had like a gaming headset like one of like the Britney Spears headsets
Yeah.
and I was like this is gonna be my costume. I made a Justin Bieber name tag and just wore that goofy headset. And this little girl, she could 4 years old or something like that. The mom came up to me. She's like, "Dude, she really think I know you're not." She's like, "But
Get the
I swear to God, she's like, listen, will you like just sign this fucking napkin for my 4-year-old daughter?"
No,
You know
did you
what I'm
sign
saying?
a Justin
Be
Bieber? or
like-
did you
Yeah,
sign
she's like,
it?
and just take a picture
I
with her.
am
She's like, she
not.
really thinks that you're Justin Bieber. She won't let it go.
Wow.
Did you sign it Justin Bieber or did you sign it Evan Hatt?
Justin Bieber.
Okay, nice.
A little forgery.
Listen to this. So I got this yesterday. So like I used to get Conor McGregor back when I had my beard all the time or whatever. And then I used to get like
Yeah, I kind of see it.
back when I had the big beard, like it was whatever.
Yeah.
And then I got fucking Timberlake a couple times years ago back when I had
Okay,
more
I can
hair.
see that too.
And then I got like the kid from Drillbit Taylor.
Yes.
And then
That was money. When you were a kid, it's uncanny.
yeah, dude, it was insane. But yesterday in my Zoom meeting with one of my bosses, she goes, "Listen, don't take this the wrong way, but like you really kind of look like do you get this a lot?" I go, "Conor McGregor." And she goes, "No." she goes, you ever watch How I Met Your Mother? I'm like, "Oh, what? No, yeah." And she's like, "Neil Patrick Harris?" I'm like I'm like never
NPA.
Yeah, I'm like I go, I'll take that. I mean, he's a good looking dude, but I'm like I was
Wow.
like before she said that, I'm like, please don't say anybody like ugly because then I'll get all sad.
Oh my
And
god,
she goes,
that's so
"But I've
funny.
never had that in my entire life.
Huh.
I'm like, but she's never seen me in real life, only through like Zoom meetings and everything. So like maybe it's like the
Yeah.
suit coat or whatever, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But no, like
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah, like,
Dude, when you said
I was just like, yeah,
when you
Conor
said How I
McGregor.
Met Your Mother, I started cycling through the characters. I was like, no.
I knew it
and
was
then you
Neil.
said Neil, and I was like, oh yeah.
I knew it wasn't Marshall.
Yeah, I was gonna
that's
say
what
like,
I
oh,
mean,
please don't
like-
tell me I look like Jason Segal,
Right?
you know what I'm saying? But that's just funny because we got so many doppelgangers right now. We got Bieber over here. We got
What is even the dude's name?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I will give you $100 if you know it right now. If you can ballpark his first initial, I'll give you $100 and you wouldn't be able
Get
to.
within 8 letters of
You can't
his
do
first
it.
name.
I bet you his first name's like I bet you it's like Morgan.
Let's all take a guess and then I'm
You
gonna
know
look it
what I
up.
mean?
Yeah. You think it's Morgan?
Our phones are working right now. Look it up on your phone.
I will. What's your guess? What do you think his first name is?
Morgan.
I'll guess. This is ballsy. I'm gonna guess Austin. I only get 8 letters
bad.
from A.
It's not bad.
I only get 8 letters from A. You get 8 before and after. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
I feel like he's like Slovakian or something though. I feel like his last name's got to be something.
No,
wild.
I don't think so.
What do you think the dude from? Oh, he can't hear us.
Yes, he can.
What do you think
No, he can't.
the dude's name from All American Rejects is? Like the singer. What's his name? Do you know it?
Not even a little.
Yeah. Okay. So we're guessing right now what we think it is. He guessed Austin. You're going with
I said something like Morgan.
Morgan.
That's a dumb
Wally?
guess. I want to take that
What
back.
did you say? Wally?
Wallen.
Wallen?
No, bro. You don't understand the game.
Is this
So,
is this
how about-
really a game? I'm gonna say. I mean, Austin sounds actually pretty legit.
Can I change my guess? No, I'll stick with Morgan.
Are you gonna Google it?
I'm gonna go with Keith.
Richards.
I'm gonna go with Keith.
Brody's playing his own game. He's just whatever first name
even
somebody
know
he
what-
knows. They're like,
I'm gonna go with. What is it?
Dude, we were so no one's gonna get it.
you gotta be fucking kidding me. What is it?
Tyson Ritter.
No.
No, we know you didn't guess that, bro. You were playing Candyland over there.
You just rifling off names.
Yeah, I go Morgan.
Austin
He goes-
sounds
he goes,
Wallen.
Wallen.
Austin sounds good.
Keith, he goes Richards.
No, you said Morgan Wallen.
No, we did it.
What
Nah,
the
you
fuck?
said Morgan. I said
goes-
Wallen.
He said Morgan.
That's where.
Eddie, fuck, Eddie.
He's fine.
He goes,
Oh my holy
We're
god.
almost done.
he goes, what do you think the fucking lead singer to All-American Rejects is?
Why is this a conversation?
Lav goes,
Because
Morgan, you go,
he looks like
Wallen.
him.
You go, Brodie doesn't understand the game.
I don't. I really didn't.
I thought that was so funny.
didn't,
And then when
though.
you said Keith and he said Richards,
Richards.
I lost it, dude.
You literally have real
I really didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Well, it's because you had to take a little break. Oh,
Did you get some fresh air?
I had to piss.
You get a little bottle of water in you or something?
I had to piss.
That's so
I'm like,
dumb.
where's our guest?
That's so dumb.
Oh man.
Holy
That's
shit.
fantastic. But anyway, yeah, back to we're gonna do this
So-
show. It's gonna be Lav's 30th birthday.
Oh, really?
Oh man, don't yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't hear
30th
about
birthday,
that. The
January 20th.
dirty
This is
30th.
30th birthday.
Whoa,
And then- so it's like a
that's coming
yeah, it's
up.
tandem show birthday party
Hold
bash.
on.
We're doing it at Jake Harris's mom's.
I'm in the band and I didn't even know the date.
Yeah,
I didn't know
we're
it was your
dropping.
30th.
Yeah, I'm trying not to make that super duper well known.
I'm gonna
I'm
be
sorry.
27.
I'm,
Happy
I'm
birthday.
counting backwards this
Might
year,
die.
yeah. 25.
25.
Going right back to
I
fucking-
stopped celebrating at
When I
27
hit
when it's
zero?
27 every year.
You know?
Yeah, right.
It's perfect.
Start it back over. Benjamin Button. But yeah, no, unfortunately, yeah. I'll be 30 and we're gonna be up there. I'm gonna be wearing Gerard Way's
Oh,
jacket and
we'll
playing a bunch of
bring
it
pop,
in.
pop punk songs to make me feel 16 again.
I'm
We'll
gonna
fucking-
wear the
Tell me-
tightest pair of jeans
tell me you're having
you've
a-
ever fucking seen.
This is all I got.
You gotta wear like one of my pairs of jeans.
I'm gonna
So-
try to find leather ones.
So is this
Can
emo
you fit
night?
into 29? Yeah, this is emo night.
Or is it Lav's midlife crisis night?
No. I don't want to market it as.
No,
as
we need
my
to come up with
birthday.
a cool name too.
Oh my god.
When we were 30.
God damn it! It writes itself.
There you go.
That is perfect. So, are we sticking with the band name? Are we concrete on the band name?
No, probably not.
I like it. I don't.
Yeah, me
like
too.
it. Are we concrete on the band name? If Tyson Ritter says it's good, it's fucking money.
It's either that or.
Listen, I came up with
spermicidal blood
All-American
drive.
Rejects. I think
Yeah.
sophomore skip day's a little better.
That's legit.
It's not bad. But yeah, no. So we got Brodie is in on the gig. Evan is in on the gig. Jake's in on the gig. Alex Beats in on the gig. Alex Harrison on the gig. Matt Gregory in on the gig, and Kyle Anders in on the gig.
so far. And anyone else who wants to be a part of it, let us know if you're good enough.
Dude,
better
what if we
than
threw
me, you'll get
dude,
it.
what if we
You
threw
know?
in a couple tonight we dance songs?
Dude,
and we
yes.
named
Third
and we
Alarm?
named the band The Third Alarm.
Stop it.
And we zoom Jesse Taylor in.
Stop. Don't you
I'm a
say
big
those
fan of
things.
Jesse
I'm telling you, bro. I'm an idea man. I thrive off enthusiasm. Dude, that's a good idea. Anyway, it's all up in the air stuff. I like it all. I like
Either way, something that's never happened around this area. Straight pop punk emo night. We're talking like
nostalgic.
we're
we have-
talking everything from Avril Lavigne to
Yes.
state champs to you know what I mean. Like it's gonna be everything.
Yeah, you're not
It's
going to be coming
crazy.
in this bar and hearing Freebird and shit like that. It is going to be balls to the wall the entire time.
Don't
You
even
guys-
request Matchbox 20 because
no,
we ain't playing.
full
that.
throttle.
Do we have a venue yet?
No.
I've got a meeting. I've got a meeting.
We know
have
the
appointments.
Date.
We
know the date, the band, the set list. We have
we have
nowhere
some
to play.
appointments.
I
We
have a
some
meeting in the
appointments.
morning.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm pretty stoked on the venue.
We'll talk about it afterwards.
Yeah, we'll disclose that in a couple weeks.
Yeah. No, I'm excited though, boys. Yeah, it was.
I'm excited to see Brodie back in action. You haven't. When's the last time you played an instrument on stage?
string.
My broken string days.
The
right?
Jam Night string.
No
What
shit.
ones did you used to play? You used to play My Almost Enemy. You used to play. There was like 4 songs you used to do.
You did
like
a Blink
religious.
song too, didn't you?
Small Things.
Small things.
Did you sing too, or were you just playing guitar?
One time, fucking Al Slurry was like, just like stop singing, and I like had to.
You had to stop singing.
No, Al
No.
stopped
Oh,
singing.
Al stopped
So
singing.
you
You
had
had
to take
to.
over.
I had
Yeah.
no
Got you.
fucking choice.
What other ones did you play? You had a few.
Did you ever do any Third Eye Blind songs?
I wish.
Oh, dude.
Because that's like your
I
main
can't get
bugaboo,
any-
right?
I brought it up. He didn't want to put
I
any on the
almost,
list.
I almost played.
I brought it up. He didn't want to put any on there.
I
because they
almost
don't
have.
pop. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted How's It Gonna Be?
Yeah, and that's super mellow and
Lav goes, if we
weird.
play any, it's got to be Jumper, and you were like, fuck.
No,
No,
well,
no.
th-
No,
Set
what
Me
did I-
Charmed,
How's it gonna
obviously.
be?
No,
but-
that's not what I
Way
said. I
better
said
than
a
Jumper
different
and
one.
Semi Jumped.
You played both of those?
No. I never played any of those at the string.
Oh,
How,
okay.
how did this turn into the last podcast so fast?
No, we're good.
No,
I think
I'm
we're
just
good.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm sweating. It's hot. in
It
here.
is hot in here. I know.
We can wrap it up whenever you boys want. We got a solid, hour and a half right now.
Yeah, no, we got a solid.
Yeah,
hour
no,
and a
I
half,
figured
but
this was the end anyway. I just wanted to plug the show, dude.
well,
I'm super excited.
I want to plug
about
the show,
it.
but I
Well,
also
want to plug our boy Brodie here.
I was
because-
gonna say, yeah, there's a couple more things I want to talk to Brodie about for sure.
Absolutely. Let's get into it.
Tattooing for sure, because like I said, you were like the first person in fucking high school to even get a tattoo. And then, you branch off, you do this rap career, this tenure for a few years. And then out of nowhere, you start apprenticing under Andrew.
Yeah.
How did that all come about? Because I thought that was always
You need a Netflix documentary.
Yeah,
Well,
seriously.
I was
real.
at a bar, so it was like I poured like all my heart into the broken string for a long time. So it was like that's really what
a
I
moment
wanted
of
to do.
yeah, dude. The Broken String was one
Yeah,
of my
man.
fucking favorite places. And like, not even because it was you. If it was any other random bar, I'd be like, these guys are fucking doing it right
Yeah.
with the
'Cause you
murals
cared.
on the outside,
Yeah.
the fucking tiki, but like everything about it was just so
was great.
Horseshoes. I love the horseshoes.
Dude, it was different than every other place around here, and the shows that we played there just felt like our own little version of the dungeon for what little
Yeah.
time
That
we
was the
had
point.
it. It was our little haven.
Like
to
when I
play
first
in,
started,
yeah.
it was like I wanted to do the dungeon 2.0, but obviously the dungeon was like more.
Sorry,
Dungeon 2. I told you the 2.0 was the upgraded. I told you. You were arguing about that with me earlier. You're like, it would be 2.1 or 2.2. I'm like, no, 2.0 is the upgrade. And then you just said it yourself. So, boom.
The dungeon 2.0. That's what I wanted to do.
Well,
no, dude. You
for
guys-
what little time it was there, it was. It absolutely was. It was our local
was sick.
scene for.
I grew up in that, so
You
Right.
had all the
It's like-
boys painted on the side.
When
Yeah.
when I want to start a bar, it was like I want to do shows. Like that's the only thing that I fucking cared about.
And you did it, no matter what it was, whether it was hip hop or whether it was reggae or whether it was jam band, whether it was metal, whether it was rock, whether it was a jam night, you
was
did it.
great. We did
And
we did all types of calibers of shows, and
that's just always been who you are, though, man. No matter if you once Brodie sets his mind to something, sky's the limit. I remember when you started tattooing, and that was like 2.5 years to be tattooing isn't a long time, and you're already leaps and bounds.
so the
you know
point
what I mean?
was like
Same thing with the
we
bar.
Did the bar. I poured my heart into that, and then.
But not only
But
just
I've always wanted to be a tattoo artist. That was like a fucking something that I really wanted to do since like it sounds really cliche, but Miami Ink like kind of pushed me towards that because we didn't see anybody in the fucking like regular spectrum of people that were like, I'm gonna be a tattoo artist when I grow up. Until you seen like shows start to do it, and that kind of like popularized it.
Well, not only that, but I feel like even 30, 40 years ago, tattoos were still kind of very taboo, and they're
for sure.
they're getting to the point where it's almost like you're looking
started-
at heaven
it
like, dude,
started
you're
with, like,
29. Why the fuck
dude,
don't you have?
yeah,
a
where's your
tattoo?
tattoos,
Like,
weirdo?
It's
10 years ago, it was
yeah,
taboo. You know what I mean?
And it still is in certain parts. Like
I had to
certain
hide
counties
my
and
first
stuff.
tattoo for years from my parents.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I need my neck done. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
was very adamant.
Yeah.
I was like, I want my first one in a place that I can't cover up with a T-shirt. I'm very adamant about it because I was like, if it comes down to it, and a job like doesn't want to hire me because of something like that, even if it's not a fucking swastika on my arm. You know what I mean?
Even
Like,
though I
it's-
think that's even dead. You can go be a doctor or a bank guy and have a neck tattoo. They don't,
they
care,
don't care
anymore.
anymore.
You know what I mean?
Well, not
It's
only
different
that,
now, for
but
sure.
some places do though. And if a place cares, I don't want to work there.
No,
you,
for
you
sure.
don't want to fucking work. If
I worked
if
at
they're
McDonald's
gonna
when I was a
fucking
kid, and they were like, "You gotta hide this
Yeah.
little stupid fucking anchor that I had on my arm."
yeah, and be like, okay, I put a Band-Aid on so I can run your flurry machine.
Like, come on,
Fuck
dude. That
you.
shit's
Yeah,
broken
when you say it
anyway.
like that, yeah.
That shit is
Yeah.
fucking broken.
You don't want to
anyway.
work there.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You
Like,
hear Brodie goes, that shit's fucking broken anyway.
I've had 9 people try to fix that in the last month.
Dude,
You're
yes.
mad about my tattoo?
How many
Oh,
ice
like-
creams did you ever actually serve when you were working?
Well, I
don't
got
know.
that. I got that before I turned 18 too.
That's ballsy. Get
No,
a
I did.
hand tattoo before you're 18.
I think I was 17 when I got that. Me and Justin Edgar had the
I was
same
gonna say,
tattoo.
yeah, Daryl has the same one, yeah.
We
So,
got it in the same night at fucking Gavin's living room.
so how did you go about apprenticing under Andrew? Did he reach out to you, or was that something that
Well,
you
it was
had
like
reached
something
out?
that I've talked to him about. Like, listen, I want to be a tattoo artist at some point in my life, and that was like probably I didn't get tattooed on him till I was 18, and he's the only person that's tattooed me since I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
So we've done like this entire sleeve by the time that I was like, hey, at some point I want to be a apprentice. I want to fucking learn how to tattoo. And when I lost the bar, I was just in there bitching. I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do next. I just fucking put everything that I had into my life into this bar. It's gone now. I have nothing. There's nothing that I can do about that not being a bar anymore. So he was like, I don't know why you don't just apprentice. And I was like,
Like
Who-
that's a
who
thing?
said that?
Like you could
Andrew
do that?
said that?
Andrew did that. And I was like, I never even really thought that was an option.
So you could always draw.
I can, yeah. I mean,
You
when
were
I was
drawing
a kid
always, yeah.
in fucking high school, like I would charge people like, hey, I want a double lunch today. I'll draw your girlfriend's name and have you send that to her as
Just
a note.
give me $1.50.
You know what I mean? I feel like I was
Yeah.
in prison.
You're like, bro, it's bread and pork steak.
Yeah.
If I'm
I'm triple breaded.
if I ever go to prison, I'm getting fucking couple coffees.
BPS,
that
boy.
day.
Yeah.
Dude, no shit. That's fucking awesome, dude.
So I would like.
You just
I was,
been hustling and grinding
I was
since
always
day
good at,
one.
I was
Yeah.
always good at fucking like script. So I'll draw your girlfriend's name and then you give me like $5 or you give me your extra lunch. You know
No.
what I mean? Whatever the
That's
fuck.
tough.
Whatever
You
the
found a way to
works.
bully kids out of lunch money without bullying these kids out of lunch money. You
I
know
didn't
what I'm
have
saying?
lunch money.
I
so
can't draw, dude. I can't. I wish I could.
No,
I
me
suck
either.
so
They're
bad.
Neither
mom-
can Jake, evidently. Did you see
They're-
the sketch he sent
Oh
Brodie for
my
his logo?
No,
He
you know
was like, never mind. We're just gonna use that.
yeah, it's fun. I can kind of. I can draw much
I don't know.
better
What
than
you
that.
sent me was.
Oh, okay.
No, well, that's the thing though.
Bro, I thought you had your eyes closed and your left hand when I saw the sketch
No,
that
you know
he
what's
showed
funny?
me.
That was the third one I drew. No, but Alex and Durs were in the other room.
I don't think mine's
They were
any
like-
better.
Dude, yours is incredible. Yours is fucking perfect.
Dude,
So-
when I was drawing that, I was like, this is fucking
Dude, it's a-
way more difficult than
It's a-
I wanted
dude,
it to be.
And you know what's funny too is that like I'm so meticulous. Like I'll literally zoom in and like see like how you made the ship sails and like how you know
Yeah.
like I can see those like really kind of I can it's just.
But
like
at the
a
end of the
dot
day,
and
I know that you, as all people, like appreciate some fucking traditional art.
a lot.
So when I was drawing it, I was like, he's gonna see this, but I want him to just tell me what he wants different out of it. So I
Yeah.
sent you the fucking first thing, and the only thing that you had to change was like 2 or 3
it was
things.
like
and
like
I
colors
sent
more
it
so
back.
than anything. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
The blue, I personally didn't like at first because of the way that I did it, but I switched to another like fucking shade of blue, and I ended up liking it after we sent it to you back.
I think the you changed the color of the sky the second time around too, and like that made the
I did
the
like a
blue up.
orange
Yep, as
red
opposed to
blend.
just as
Because
opposed to
you
just
wanted
white and red.
you wanted the fire to be different,
Yep.
so I was like, all right, so if I'm gonna put orange at the bottom of the fire, I need to put orange in the sky. I
Yep.
think I
So that's-
I think it looks good though.
That's another good point too, though, because even if you're not looking to get tattooed, but you need graphic design work done, you're also fucking very smooth at getting that done. You
I
did
think
the
that helps.
yeah, you did the
in
well,
the-
yeah,
in the
because
long run.
well, they're all one and the same. It's like how I'm a musician and I'll record. It's like it's one thing that you don't have to outsource, you know.
When I was a
So-
kid, like we did MOG game battles, so it was like everybody was like doing these like Call of Duty like 2v2s or 3v3s whenever we were doing the Black Ops Modern Warfare days, and nobody was doing any graphic manipulation to the point where we didn't have a logo, and that was what set us apart from everybody else. Was I used like a fucking free software called GIMP, where we would do like a bunch of fucking free shit that would like give us a logo. So when I started getting into graphics, I started doing it for Modern Warfare 2. And then we switched that. We did the Black Ops shit, and then I went to Visual Communications BOCES because I wanted to do 2D art, and I wanted to do graphic communications in a way. So I've used Photoshop my entire life. It kind of helped me when I started doing tattooing, because now I know what something should look like, as opposed to drawing it beforehand. Now I can draw it because I have a way to do that with Pro Tools, where it kind of like snaps lines.
Procreate.
I use Procreate for everything, and that is way better than drawing on paper. But
Yeah.
now that I do
You
watercolor,
can manipulate
designs,
it afterwards, right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
so-
saying?
Well,
It's-
and then you can like
it's all
flip
graphic
it and
design
mirror
to me
things.
to
So
an
it's like you
extent.
already draw one ear. It's like you can just fucking have the same thing mirrored on the other
Right,
side.
you're
You know,
right,
go
right, yeah.
through and-
a lot
yeah.
of the shit that I draw is like I use canvas art where it draws a line down the middle, and then I can draw like a tiger head. Like that is symmetrical.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot harder to tattoo something symmetrical than it is to draw
Right,
something
yeah.
symmetrical. But now that I can draw that way, it's a lot easier for me to do like a tiger head or like I do a shit ton of fucking traditional roses that need to be like a circle in the middle, and then draw the fucking everything on.
They can't
the
be
outside.
symmetrical. It looks weird. They have
Sometimes
to be,
you don't want it to be symmetrical,
Yeah.
but if you can draw it that way and then erase one side of it, it's just everything is so much easier with like the graphic design.
So wait,
background
when
that I
you're
have.
drawing it, like say that the screen is split down the middle. If you draw something on the left side, does it mirror it on the right side? Is that what you're saying?
If you're drawing like, so Procreate has a way that you can canvas everything. It draws a fucking line down the middle, so that if I wanted to draw something, it will mirror it on the other side, and then I can delete shit if I want to later on. Because I draw all that in like a sketch background.
And then you go through and you do the bold lines.
I do it
I've
with
seen,
like,
I've
it's
seen
like
you
a
do that.
calligraphy.
Yeah.
Monoline is what I used. So I will use, if I draw a rose, it'll make a perfect circle, and then I can fucking put leaves where I want them, because that's really what a rose is traditional wise.
Because I mean, so how long have you been tattooing? About 2.5 years, 2 years.
August 22nd is my first tattoo of 2020.
All right,
August
so
22nd.
about 2.5, almost 2.5 years.
2.5, yeah.
So I would be interested to see, like, your first tattoo from 2.5 years ago to like now, because I've noticed, even just by watching your career chronologically as it's happened, I noticed the difference and how
Well, it's funny
the progress
because
was so
the progress, yeah,
the first
it's
thing that
rapid.
I did was King Boo from Mario
Yep.
on Dez's back.
Yep.
That was the first tattoo I ever
You
did.
did one on Colby too, didn't you? Or no?
No, I did one. I did the King Boo on Dez.
Dude, you were giving out free tattoos just as practice
Yeah,
for a while,
exactly.
weren't you? Yeah.
But that's like part of an apprenticeship. Like,
yeah.
if you
Well,
wanna
no,
do-
I know.
That's how you like start to learn. You build up everything, and then like started to
Really
charge
quick, I want to
50.
interrupt you really quick because I remember when I was first getting my my first tattoo from Andrew. Halfway through the conversation, we somehow randomly talk about like apprenticeships, and I was like, "Do you have anyone else like under you?" And he was like, "They're kind of tricky. I don't really like doing them. Like the apprentice thing. It's
I'm
not
sure
really
it's not
my
fun.
thing."
Like,
Well, it's funny though because that was probably 4 years ago, and then 2.5 years ago, I saw that you were an apprentice under Andrew, and I was like, "That's funny that this guy told me that he didn't really like doing these things, and who but Brodie would be able to fucking break that barrier?"
Well, he's the
Right.
only
You know,
person
and
that-
like he saw the potential
Good
in you, though.
point.
He wouldn't
he's
have
the only
taken
person
just
that's-
anybody.
that's tattooed me since I was 18. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's
that's
like-
just he's giving the testament to your character. you
Yeah,
know what
no,
I'm saying?
he
Like,
No, for sure.
he believes in you. That's the thing. Like he wouldn't give me in a fucking
always
apprentice.
has.
Like,
Right, yeah.
oh, I want a tattoo. He'd be
Right,
like, "Go
yeah.
fuck yourself, kid."
Right.
Like but you
is
know.
Evan your only friend that you haven't tattooed?
Unfortunately,
I had
My body's
a
a
Lion
temple, is
King
what he says.
tattoo for a couple weeks once. One of them's temporary.
The Hannah,
Was it Rafiki?
No, Mufasa all day.
Mufasa.
He's only in the
Mufasa.
film for about 13 minutes.
Fucking, do you remember watching that baboon fucking diet? Evan goes, "Those things are 200 pounds." You go, "No, they're not." He goes,
Yeah,
"It doesn't
yeah.
look like it. Google it." He goes,
Yeah.
"They're
I'm like,
80
they're
pounds.
80s.
That's
They're
100 pounds."
Dude, moral of the story:
Fucking Spielberg
baboons are
numbers.
huge and scary.
They're not. I'm like, you said they were 6'5".
They
I'm
are.
like, they're like this big. They ain't 200 pounds.
just that species you were looking at.
Anyway,
I thought
sorry.
I thought for sure you had the Rafiki tattoo.
So Evan,
You
you're
wish.
you're the only friend left that Brodie hasn't tattooed. He's tattooed all other 87 of his friends.
I wouldn't.
I probably you
say
can't.
that.
I bet nobody in this room could probably even name 2 people that don't have any tattoos besides me.
That's
Nope.
a good. I mean, my mom don't.
Yeah.
My little brother doesn't.
Someone
in our
peers,
age,
though.
though,
Peers, yeah. No.
My little-
Alex doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, your little brother doesn't. does
I've
he?
told Alex about 47 times.
Alex, I don't think he will. I
No,
don't
there's
think
two. You
Alex
don't think
will. No.
I just never. I don't know.
Surprisingly.
It's just
Yeah.
never was my thing. I think they look sick.
It's-
Like I love looking at them and like.
They
but that's as
hurt.
cool as I
Dude,
go.
it's funny because
Bad.
I remember like when I would go to shows when I was 11, 12 years old, and I would see the people that were playing and I idolized and they had tattoos from an early age. I was like, that's just how I'm supposed to look. I know it.
Yep.
I know it for a fact. Like when I get older, I have to have sleeves on my arms.
I feel
And
like pop punk and traditional tattooing is like.
they go hand in
Yeah,
hand.
yeah,
It's like
for
it's
sure.
part of the culture for sure. But it's funny because I felt like Alex and I grew up very similarly, and we both feel like the same about a lot of things, and he does not think that way
No
about
desire.
tattoos. Yeah, and it's kind of
Well, it's
whatever.
It's a commitment, man. I mean,
dude, it is.
not
yeah,
only,
for sure.
and it's
100%.
expensive and it's painful. Like, I mean, you have to really want them. Those fucking
It's
things.
forever.
You know what I mean?
I'll say right now, shout out to the people who let you tattoo them when you were first starting.
No,
because
for sure.
because you know how meticulous I am as like an artist
Yeah,
and
it's
as a
more
person.
friends
Like
than
I
anything.
wouldn't have let you do it. I wouldn't have straight, and I didn't. But
No, neither did I.
no, but you watch the progress because it is a fucking commitment.
But
man.
it's crazy
And
now
it's
because
like,
here's the wild part about it, because what you're saying, I said no too when he was first starting, but now whenever anybody like asks me like, you know
Brodie.
any tattoo guys around here, and I always reference Brodie first, no matter
I won't
what.
get a tattoo from anyone else. Yeah, not only in. You know, don't get me wrong. It's not like I think your work is better than any other work I've ever seen. It's not that.
Oh,
but your
I'm
work
not
is
gonna
good. Your work is so good that I'm like when we're good enough friends, we support each other and everything. It's like I will go to Brodie over this guy because he's good enough, and you know what I mean. I don't feel like I'm lacking with you, you know. And it's no, you do. Really
No, you
good-
do amazing
you do
work
fucking,
for sure.
Yeah,
And
I'm
you're-
not trying to undermine it by any means. I'm just
and you only get better every
Yeah.
single time you
Yep.
push the click button on that needle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you have never gotten
pretty
complacent.
lady. We're looking at your tattoo.
You haven't gotten complacent once in your tattoo career. You might not listen every now
Well, that's
and then. but-
that kind of.
what?
I was
I don't know
admiring
what
one
the
of his
fuck- I
tattoos.
don't know what Evan was trying to do to me.
I was like, I looked
Trying
at
to-
his
he's trying to be
there's
my
like,
doctor,
There's like a
probably.
That's
lady.
what I'm saying. I felt like I was in Immaculate Heart
he was
Central.
trying to see if you could play JV baseball. That's
Evan
what he
leaned in. He
was doing.
whispered, "Are you a 4 or 5?"
I don't even think you noticed. Like, there's like been like 4 times on the podcast I just been like touching your
You're
head.
just caressing the back of his
Yeah,
head.
just
I
like
know it.
grabbing him. I've like grabbed his beard earlier.
Get the fuck out of here.
But yeah, so as far as tattooing, fucking graphic design, if you want to hire a rapper, like you're the fucking go-to guy for you wear so many different hats, and one of them is a black beanie. You just can't pull off the way I can.
Not even a little bit.
no,
Damn.
no, but
No, but all the art. That's what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't care if it was like
you're a
that's-
creative, man.
That's
you're
what
a
I liked
creative,
about
yeah.
the broken string, because it was like all
It's
that
your own
shit,
thing.
all that shit went into like it went through me before it went out,
Yeah.
and that's where I loved that bar. So
Well, yeah, you were doing more than just
the graphic design aspect
book-
of it all, it was
booking the
like-
bands,
it was
graphic
like my
design.
vision.
Yeah.
No, that was
And
sweet, man. Putting on
with
the
tattooing,
Dart League.
it's all my vision.
Yep. Yeah, it's yeah, I love to be able to, because I feel the same way. I feel like I'm a creative and I love making music, but there's no option. I have to go work a different job to
Oh,
be able to pay
100%.
for my bills and do my music on the side.
It's cool to be able to.
Yeah, it's cool to be able to
Just-
pave
just
your
be
way
a
just being a
creative.
creative. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
that's
it's fucking incredible, and I envy it so much.
I
And
love
there's
that.
there's nobody that deserves it more, and I mean that.
I love that.
So
Round of applause. Our button guy sucks,
No.
dude.
it's delayed.
I pushed the right button. I just didn't hit it hard
So-
enough.
No, so yeah, I mean, I'm down to wrap this up, guys. If
Yeah, absolutely.
if you guys are cool, yeah.
Heck
so,
yeah, man.
So Brodie NY Tattoo on Instagram, TikTok. Are you anywhere?
Oh, we got to give you a shirt today.
Oh, we do
I
have to
got
give you a shirt.
I
yeah,
already
guys, shirts.
gave it to him. I already gave it to
You
him.
know what I'm saying? Shirts are in. How much are they, guys? Do you know?
25 bucks.
25.
Unless you are ordering it from out of town, and I can't personally deliver it to you, because then I got to pay $5 for shipping, so it's $30 that way.
Yeah, if we're mailing it to you, it's 30. If we can give it to you local, 25.
They're sweet though. Yeah, no, they're very comfortable. Darby made them.
Yeah, River Daisy Boutique.
River Daisy Boutique. If you need T-shirts done,
That's
definitely
sick,
go
though.
through her.
She
as
made
well.
that sweet ornament.
Yeah, we're very adamant about going through local. You know,
Yes.
so
Shop
yeah.
local, man.
Shirts
Definitely
through
shop local.
River Daisy, artwork through Brodie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He did our logo. He did Sunken Productions logo, and yeah.
I really like the fucking shit that I just sent you for.
Dude, I
the new
can't.
single.
I'm frothing at the mouth. I can't wait to fucking drop it, dude. The song's been on the back burner for so long.
the shit
and
that you sent me.
yeah, it's that song. Yeah, when you were trying to send our old pod to your Google Drive, I saw that the last thing that was sent was that song. I was like, I don't even think he knows.
No,
that
I'm
that's
talking
the
about.
fucking,
No, I don't even know what song it is.
Yeah, naturally.
I really don't.
No doubt.
I'm saying that.
No, I feel
the
that.
Shit,
Is that
the
the one you
fucking-
renamed?
The drawing that you sent me
Yeah.
to what I sent you back. That's like
You bring visions
that's
to
the
life.
creative
That's what it is.
fucking like aspect of traditional to where
Yeah.
I like people don't really get what traditional actually is. but what I can draw it that way, that's what I like to do.
Dude, it's crazy because
the custom shit that I can like fucking just come up with because I know what I'm doing traditionally.
I literally closed my eyes and pictured like, oh, this is how it's got to look, and I opened my eyes and I was like, here we go.
I showed
and
Lav the fucking
20
picture that you
fucking
sent
dude.
me,
It's and
he
so
was
bad.
like,
no,
whoa.
no. You know what's funny too is it's even worse. What I sent Stowe for our album art, like dude, I spent like 3 hours. Like I measured a
Stowe's
square.
an actual like
Dude,
artist outside of anything else.
I would
he's
say
just an artist.
I would say that is a fucking understatement, dude.
Stowe, he's a visionary. I would give him that.
Is a master of his craft. And
He's a
his
visionary.
craft, and his craft isn't just art; it's a very specific type of art. It's very. Describe it for me because I don't really know. It's because yours is traditional. What is his art?
I think
classified
it's not
as?
abstract, but it's
No.
more. It's more.
This is abstract.
He's-
Soda's kind of abstract.
I don't
yeah,
know.
no,
I guess.
It's kind of like that though. It's kind of linear.
no. I would say Stowe has more. There's like this. Not
He did a
quite-
bunch of artwork
not
for us,
quite
too.
Realism, but it's like monstrous and very like
It's,
trippy. It's very trippy always. Like there's usually shit going on that like
It's his line work.
Stowe Dunham, Stobe-Wan, I believe on.
It's almost medieval.
He's
is what it is.
fucking incredible.
But I think that it's
incredible.
the line work that he puts into it is what makes the art. That's what I'm saying. That's like kind of literary.
So when we
Because
asked
he
him,
can do like realism. Like I've seen a fucking video of him actually painting the library. From outside of 92.5, which was like the dude can paint. The dude can fucking draw you a political cartoon. He can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
He is an artist through and through. So when I sent him my idea of the album art, he I can't remember who it was. I think it was Pat Fleming. He was like, dude, I literally watched him look at your picture, sit down, cross his feet with a permanent marker, like a Sharpie pen or whatever, just start.
Dude, he's great.
And what he was able to do with just a fucking Sharpie pen and a piece of paper it goes beyond talent.
Yeah,
it's almost
that's wild.
out of this
Great.
world. Like it's like Prodigy type shit. Like nobody should be that good.
It's
Seriously.
supernatural.
Yeah, it's supernatural. It's a whole other level above supernatural.
No, it is wild. It's like savant style shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, bro, your
Yeah.
shit's unreal, man. You're killing everything you're doing, man. You're a great dad. Your art, your tattooing's unreal. I love any time, like even that rap song you put up the other day, man. Like that was just straight emotion. You're
That was hard to
genius.
put out.
I know, man. I know how hard that would have been for you. But we love having you on here, man.
Yeah.
I think
Thanks for coming back again
The reshoot.
after the trip and fall
5.5.
a couple weeks ago.
and you didn't even trip and fall last time. I think it was we all tripped and fell, but
Listen, the whole thing was a trip and fall.
yeah.
I actually
tied ropes
like,
around them.
legitimately
Yeah.
tripped and fell in '69. So
Yeah. No, we all did.
Exactly.
We all did.
Maybe one day we'll let that video see the light of day.
I hope
not
not.
anytime soon.
I
Yeah.
hope not. But
So, for everybody that actually seen the first video, we all apologize.
Yeah,
that was
so bad. It was
you make mistakes and learn.
that was supernatural.
So Brodie NY Tattoo.
Yes.
You follow us at You Know What I'm Saying. Buckets Wilson on Instagram and
Twitter.
And then River Daisy Boutique. Does she have
Yeah, she's got a
social medias
Facebook
as well?
and stuff. Yeah, she's got all that
Fuck
good
yeah.
stuff. TikTok,
and,
all that.
and while you guys are at it, follow.
We're
follow-
on TikTok too. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying.
You Know What I'm Saying, and Buckets Wilson. You can find us everywhere.
Follow Against What's Best. Too.
Against What's Best. Yep, you follow.
Sunken Productions. Yeah.
And while we're at it, Stobe-Wan as well. If
We're
you
definitely
guys-
gonna need a credit reel.
We should
For
get a
real.
fucking credit
Yeah,
reel.
we should get a credit reel.
Just
Instead of
fucking-
saying all this stuff every single time, it just
Yeah.
pops up at the end. Just
But
bing.
yeah, yo, thanks for tuning in, Brody. Thanks for joining
Yeah,
us once
thanks,
again.
brother.
And,
Appreciate you.
yeah, we'll see you
Sir.
next time.
We got a couch.
Cool thing, it pulls out. I know.
It's up there fucking. What's wrong with you?